Yeah, I did a thing.
Yo, that was a great intro. That was great. That wasn't nice. That was great. That was
I
some
love
good
the
tunes,
power
man.
of that song. When he
Good
first
stuff.
recorded that, I was just like, "You've outdone yourself, dude. You went ahead and you and Steve Vai like got together and made some beautiful music in the park. I don't
That was
know.
good, man. That was good.
I've played that
We should start
before.
earlier. Yeah, but normally we have like, a minute countdown and having like that long of a countdown. That was really good though. We started earlier. That was good.
Exactly. All right, gang. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
All right, so we actually made it. This is, I think, 2 weeks in a row now.
Yes,
Not
sir.
bad. Cheers.
Cheers. Woo.
Oh man. So guys, tonight we were going to do VR exclusive. We got a lot of VR content, don't get me wrong. But and Brooklyn, by the way, buddy, if you want to jump in here since there's going to be heavy VR, you are welcome. What do you think? I
Yeah.
mean, I'm asking you after the fact. I just invited him, so Sorry.
I mean, we talked about it.
Brooklyn's coming to dinner.
About
Is that okay? Yeah.
talked about it last week. I mean, hell, yeah, dude, that's the VR guy right there.
All right. And there may be swearing in this. It's, it's a grown-up show. I'm drinking alcohol.
True.
Sean's drinking alcohol. And
Yeah.
yeah. And LilAlien, we can't rock harder than that intro. That's pretty damn hard.
Yeah, that was, yeah.
Although Adam reached out
Maybe
to me
it's
over
a
the
10-minute
weekend, and he's got a new
intro.
CD coming out, so I'm looking forward to even better stuff. He actually played me a track while he was driving, and it sounded incredible. So
Nice.
looking forward to it.
Mr. Jealous said, Brooklyn, get up there.
Well, I guess we better find the invite and send it to him in case he's interested. Let's see, I copied it. Brooklyn, this is going to go
Yeah,
at
it's coming
you
up good.
in.
It's good stuff.
All right, invite is there if you want to join, brother. At least I hope I sent
Ooh,
that to
see, look
you.
at Kurt even says here, used to play the daylights out of Population 1. Ooh.
Well, Pop 1 was like a pre-VR game, wasn't it? I thought it was a regular 2D, like
I didn't
Fortnite type
know
fighter.
that honestly hit me when it showed up on VR. Maybe it was. I'm not
I
too
thought
I'm
it
not
was.
sure on
Let
that,
me
but
let's
I
see
thought
how
it was
wrong it
VR,
could
man.
be. I mean, it's on Steam. Nope. It's a 2020 online virtual reality battle royale.
Yeah, so it
Okay,
was
so
right
published by
to
Big Vox
VR.
VR. I stand
Brooklyn,
corrected.
Brooklyn will jump on in a bit.
So yeah, the Pop 1, according to this, has been out since 2020. We are going on almost year 4 of this, man. So, but let me go ahead and let me see. Oh, I can't share that. You can see in the background what we got going on tonight. We got VR stuff with Pop 1, Walkabout Golf Talk About. Palworld has hit the scene. There's some numbers Sean's going to tell us about as how fast that thing was
Jesus.
selling. Now it's still in preview only right now, isn't it?
It is, man.
Okay.
It's still early access. This
So it's
isn't
early access on Steam. They're calling it. I think they're calling it a preview on
preview on the
Xbox Game
Xbox. Yep.
Pass. And then we've also got a cool handheld retro console to give away today, courtesy of
One of
LilAlien.
my favorites. Honestly, one of my favorite handhelds.
What's your favorite game you played on that thing so far?
Toe Jam and Earl. That's all. There's thousands and thousands of games on it.
That's
but
a
Toe Jam and
Genesis
Earl, that's
version?
it. Yeah, hell yeah.
Okay.
Oh man, look at this is some great chats coming in here. Of course, I got my pre-order in. Tekken 8 is dropping this week. Got the Amazon pre-order, and well, I'll get into that in a little bit. We'll get into that in a little bit. We will. I got a lot.
And then
of,
I'll
lot to
mention
talk
what
about
I
that.
know about Tekken 8, even though I'm not doing it. Yes, Rebel, you are correct. Palworld is better multiplayer right now in Steam.
Yeah, I've heard a lot about that too, but especially
From my understanding,
multiplayer
and
and everything too.
we'll bounce around on this. The version of Palworld on Steam is a newer version than is currently on Game Pass on Xbox, and the development team said that was because it's held up in review. So apparently, Microsoft's review process is a little more strict than Steam's, or they're just slower, whatever. But so that's the holdup. It's kind of like the gatekeepers at Apple. A game doesn't show up on an Apple iPhone unless they vetted it. And, we've seen, nothing against Steam as a platform, but we've seen some garbage out there. And when I say some garbage, $5 says, I'm betting $5. If I go to steampowered.com right now and I type Bulletstorm, it's still there. Let's see.
I thought they were taking that down, right? The VR? They're taking the VR. The VR is supposed to be down.
No, Sony was smart and took it down. They still have it for sale for $39.99.
No.
Yeah, let's go ahead and share this.
Oh man, Brooklyn.
I've played this game before.
That's Brooklyn's favorite game. He was talking so highly about it.
And
He's like,
I
"Man,
loved this game.
I need to stop playing every other game. I love Bulletstorm VR. Right, Brooklyn? When he comes on, he'll
So this is Bulletstorm VR. I'll only show a quick second of it. This has been on the Steam store for 5 days. After the first day, Sony took it off. It was so bad that, according to them, that they just took it off the store. and gave refunds to everybody. I don't care if you
That's
played it for
wild, man. That's
you could have played it
wild.
for 24 hours straight, and Sony be like, I don't care. You're getting your money back because it's hurting me that you played it for 24 hours. Please take your money back. And right now the reviews are mostly negative. The Steam DB rating is 37.76.
What is the orange? I forgot. What does that say? It's mostly negative. That's what
Mostly
that says in the
negative.
orange?
Yes,
Gotcha.
that's what that says. Let me zoomy. There you go. Mostly negative. 37.76. Going at full price right now. And let's see the reviews down here if I can get to them. Mostly negative out of 58 reviews.
Nah.
Product refunded. Please fix it.
That sucks, man. That was such a fun game too. Would have been awesome if it was a great VR experience.
Yeah.
Bulletstorm was really badass.
Just total thumbs downs everywhere. So, yeah.
Thumbs
that
up,
happened.
recommended. Honestly, a lot of fun. That's the that was from Brooklyn Menace.
It was Brooklyn's. Yeah, that was his.
Yep. He's gonna kill. Oh, he's gonna kill us right now. Popped on there as soon as I said that. Yep.
Yo,
there
bro.
he is. Oh, he's
Oh,
probably,
man,
he's probably in
Bulletstorm.
Bulletstorm right now. He's too
No.
busy.
No, because if I were to buy Bulletstorm on 2 different VR headset platforms, I give everybody in the community permission just to smack me. Oh, man.
So, by the way, tell me you're not just doing pass-through, that you're actually doing virtual desktop.
Right now, I'm in just pass-through, so I can see everything.
Nice.
I actually considered doing the show in virtual desktop so that they'd see exactly what they're seeing for you, but to me, I'd be staring at a perfectly crisp and clear 48-inch monitor.
Yeah, I could have done that, but I don't want to cause any kind of feedback, because this headset is for the stream, not going through the VR. But listen, let me just tell you about Bulletstorm VR.
Talk to me, Goose.
Because
Go for it.
I'm sure everybody's pretty familiar with the game Bulletstorm.
Hell yeah.
Years back, it was a lot different, the way you scored by getting your kills. And so the game, you see the trailer, it looks badass, and you're like, how bad could it be in VR?
Although the trailer's censored to high hell, and some of the reviews led me to believe it's actually censored in game.
It's not censored in the game, but it looks god awful. First of all, when and I'm talking about the PlayStation VR 2 version, when you first boot up the game, it goes to like a settings menu. It's so blurry that I almost couldn't figure out what the settings I wanted to pick. That was right away the first scary sign. The game is lifeless when you play it. There's constant cut screens, like cut scenes, but the problem is they're so blown out that I almost had to take my VR headset off because they were hurting my eyes.
Wow.
Ow.
And I'm like, how did this pass QA? Like, the reason why it deserves everything it's getting, like the bad reviews, is because this is just not like some indie developed game. This is a big title.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is Gearbox who publishes this.
Yep.
And how did they drop the ball so bad on this? It was already delayed. Let me explain just early on in the game, because it was really disappointing. And I know we always say, well, they could fix it in a patch, but some of the stuff in this game, I don't know how they're going to fix it. Maybe they could fix the visuals, but the characters have no personality. Like, you're traveling with a companion, and like, so enemies will come out and you will see them, your companion and the enemy, they're just frozen, just standing next to each other. Nobody's doing anything. They're just hanging out together, And it happened multiple times in the game. Like, if you stay far enough back and your companion runs ahead, they'll just freeze up and go lifeless, and so will the enemies standing next to them, doing absolutely nothing. And then the other enemies are just like crouched behind stuff. When you go around, they have no like life to them. They'll just keep standing there facing the same direction shooting with zero interaction to your character.
Oh, I'm glad I didn't buy this.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the hell's going on?
I'm going to take it off my wish list before anybody sees that it was on my wish list. Now, see, I'm familiar with regular Bulletstorm, the full clip edition, and then they even did that little, I don't want to call it a crossover or what, where they had Duke Nukem in it.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool. And so I would, based on that, and I used to love playing Bulletstorm on my Steam Deck. It was a great shooter to play on the Steam Deck. And I was so excited about this, and I put it on the wish list and said, $39.99, not yet. Boy, I'm glad I did that.
Yeah.
I
Dude,
mean,
this game should be $4.99 at the most.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
sucks, man. And like when I seen gameplay of someone kicking a player, an enemy, and like going into spikes, and it took like a second lag. It was like a second lag. You kick the person, and then it's like, then they finally go. It just looked horrible, dude, and that's sad because it honestly was one of my favorite games to play. I was hoping like to have that same experience in VR, but I guess I'm definitely not.
I don't know.
Oh, good.
Some people
Somehow it's not on my wish list anymore. I think they took it off because it's.
Rascal, trust me. I was warned, but I don't listen. And I'm like, you know what? I'll be
dude,
the guinea pig here.
Yeah,
and if anything,
someone can tell you it's bad, and you might enjoy it.
Yeah, I didn't even stream it live. I just popped it on after playing another game. When you play that and then you actually go into a game that actually works well in VR, it really shows you how bad it is. And, hopefully they'll fix it, but there's too many hopefully they'll fix it games out there. And I'm sick and tired of buying stuff so it could sit there for 7 months and you can wait for 10 patches before it's playable.
Isn't this wild though? Like, okay, we're talking about VR right now, but even if you talk about console, like you're talking about a game about Bulletstorm VR, one of the biggest hits, and then Palworld early access, I think it was made by 4 people, and it's one of the biggest hits right now. And it's like you would just think, man, Bulletstorm, you would think that title, everything would be great about it, and no, absolute crap. So it's sad, dude. Absolute sad.
Let me try to find
maybe down the line, like this ain't no Cyberpunk, man. Cyberpunk I was able to deal with. I enjoyed Cyberpunk actually with all the glitches and shit. And now it just got really damn good. But I don't think they could come back with this Bulletstorm VR.
Cyberpunk, I bought like the biggest edition they have. Like the box is massive. It came with the statue inside a whole lot. When I first
love the game, dude. I absolutely love the game.
It was only optimized at that point for the PS4, even though I was playing it in the PS5. I didn't hate it. I really didn't. But I guess I didn't get far enough to see all the crazy glitches. But man, what a turnaround that game has made.
Yep. No, I played it really quick, man. I was hooked. I put, of course I beat the game and everything, but I just put so many hours into it so quickly. And I enjoyed it. My friends enjoyed it. My friends on the PS4 enjoyed it. Like, it was a hit, man. Like, I have no complaints. What was it? PC also, right? Cyberpunk was on PC.
Yeah, it's on everything.
Like, people were complaining on that too, but honestly, man, I had no complaints. I enjoyed that game. People were just like, "There's so many glitches," and yeah, I noticed a few, but
the biggest glitches
not
were
a break
PC.
Like that.
Yeah, it was PC was biggest, and bigger than just the PC would be the PC version on Steam Deck.
I got to go back.
That's where it really tanked.
Yeah, and that was also pulled from the PlayStation Store as well for a while.
So just imagine this. Here's a good example. So you have the Cyberpunk physical copy. They take it off the store. Let's say this game never got fixed. They just said, screw it, keep it off the store. But you still have the Cyberpunk physical edition. And you're still able to play it.
Yeah.
So I love physical media, man. Physical media is my shit.
Do you think my Bulletstorm VR purchase went up in value since it got pulled from the store?
Now, from what I read, and some people say that article is fake news, they say that Sony mandated refunds on that game.
What up, buddy?
Oh, I didn't get one. See, and that's the thing is I bought it on the PSVR 2. They, I don't know what has to happen for them to give you a refund. But it's like,
Oh, on
you
the
know,
PSVR 2?
oh yeah, they don't play. On Quest,
Man.
MetaQuest, like you can buy anything and return it if you don't play it for more than 2 hours and don't own it for more than 14 days. They can care less and you'll get your money back. But
That's
on
cool.
PSVR 2, even if you don't play the game, if you even just download it, they'll be like, well, you downloaded it, you know. But I never
Yeah,
played
they're
it.
tough to talk to, man. They're I would never want to talk to their customer support again, ever.
Yeah, I've had some good and bad things on Steam. Like Steam gives you a certain amount of hours, but then there's the whole what if you bought DLC for a Steam game you've owned for years? So you've got Pinball FX or FX3 and you buy a table for it. Technically, the rules don't apply to the DLC. They apply to the game you bought the DLC for. So
Yes.
you could buy a pinball table and for a Pinball FX, never launch it. But because this says you've played Pinball FX for 487 hours,
What?
they're like, you've played the game for 487 hours. No. I just downloaded the table 5 minutes ago and I don't want it. And like, no, you've played the game for 487 hours.
Wow.
It's like pulling teeth.
Rascal, you have to be careful of that when Meta runs like package deals. Like if you bought a game a while back that you didn't like and returned it, and let's say it's in a package deal with another game, and then you buy that package, screw it, I'm not going to play that one, but I'm getting a good buy on this other game I want to try. If you try to return that game, they'll say no because they will have it registered that the other game you owned it more than 14 days ago, even though
Yep.
you returned it.
What up,
You
Miggity?
get stuck.
You know what? We didn't give shout outs to who was in the house yet, did we, Sean?
We did not.
Shite. Do you need me to do that or you got it?
Yes, that's tough for me. You got to find me
All
an easier
right.
way just to show me a list of who's in the room or something.
You just no. I'm literally going through chat in
Oh,
studio.
geez.
Same thing you could do if you were looking at the app. All right, so I got LilAlien, Papa Brad's Gaming, Kurt Mason, Brooklyn Menace, who's right here, Marine 50 or 50, don't know how you roll, Mike Hawk Hertz, MSU Rich, Ritual Dello, if I didn't say so, Rascal's Basement Arcade, I don't Rebel, and Scrolly, Goofy Foot in the House, Brian Vader.
As you were going through that list, if he's still here,
Smoke
a smoke break. Awesome content. I checked up on this. I think a smoke break gaming. He's going through every arcade game every day. There's a new video popping up of arcade game gameplay, which is really cool. So that was interesting to watch today. Brady goes in the house.
I'll check it out. Let's see. Keep scrolling, Scott. Carl O. Saiyan Spirits. Or is it Saiyan? I said it right once and I've did up every other time. Andy's Game Room. Retro Lizard. Biggie D. Brady Goat. Got them all. Thank you guys. I'm showing we got 21 of you here hanging out with us right now. So awesome. So we've already touched on some of our things. Bulletstorm was kind of a side subject in the VR world.
Yeah.
But since we got the VR expert right here,
Yeah.
I got it right the first time.
Did I get it right? Down here?
He's got it easy. He just points up and it's fine. You know?
The only reason I'm in VR is I have all the clip notes in here.
Nice.
It's not even on. I just
Well, let's talk about a couple things VR wise. One, I want to talk about hardware. I mentioned probably I had to be in December. It's either my birthday or Christmas. I think it was my birthday that the wife picked up these for me, the Anchor earbuds.
Mhm.
Have you tried these yet? You said you wired, right?
I use my PS5 headset, the Pulse 3Ds.
How are
They
those?
work out
man?
well.
Those are really good.
Yeah, they work well. Obviously it's going to be bulkier than having those earbuds in,
Oh yeah.
but they give off good sound and
Yeah, I was gonna say, it's
they
all about
power
sound.
right off. You know, you just throw them right into the headset jack here on the side, and you're good to go.
Awesome.
And they give off decent sound.
Let me tell you why I like these. One, they're earbuds. So you got that less bulky thing going on. Two, they've got the whole cool little charging case, just like anything nowadays does. Even has a little magnet up there to store the transmitter. So what this bad boy does is plugs into the charging port on the side there, where your cable's going right now from your battery pack, and has a pass through to pass the power through.
Yeah, that's
So
a good
this
idea.
little dongle right there on the side of the headset, right about here, power passes through, and that does zero or damn near zero latency going to the earbuds. Even cooler, these things will dual pair. So I've got this paired to my iPhone, and then when I have that in the headset, I'm hearing the headset and my iPhone. So
wow.
if you've got, let's say, auto reading of text for certain people on your phone, if my wife sends me a text while I'm in VR, I'll hear her text being read to me from my phone
Nice.
and know I got to maybe stop what I'm doing right now and, go see. So those are some of the cool things. And again, with that little transceiver, since you're not doing Bluetooth, you're actually doing 2.4 gigahertz wireless like you would for like Xbox dedicated headphones and stuff like that. You got next to no latency. It's not noticeable. And I'm talking about in VR exercise games where every millisecond counts.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Beat Saber, Supernatural, and things like that. So these are totally awesome, loving it. And Rebel is kicking himself for not buying these on Black Friday.
And that's another advantage because Rascal does play a lot of exercise-based VR games.
Yep.
And it's definitely a plus having earbuds in than a bulky headset when you're doing fast movements, because you don't want it. A bigger headset will start whipping around. Where the earbuds, it's almost like they're non-existent.
I mean, you can still rock wired earbuds. I've got an old set of Bose earbuds, the kind that have that little fin that fits inside your ear to hold it in place, kind of thing. But still, the wire itself, as you're turning side to side quickly to go look at targets and up and down and all this other stuff, even that little 12-inch, 18-inch wire that's just laying there on your shoulder feels like a burden.
Yeah.
And it feels, especially if you're, like I said, you're whipping these hands around, if that cable's anything more than from here to here, then there's slack somewhere that you could possibly catch on. So yeah, that totally for those kind of things, this rocks. And they sound pretty good just going to my my iPhone too for listening to music. So
Pretty good.
I use these more now than I
USB-C
do my
dongle.
other stuff. Yes, that is USB-C to charge here. And because the Quest charges via USB-C, this pass-through is also USB-C. Hope that answers
smart,
the
because
question.
as you can see, I have the Elite head strap, and you could see the wire on this side coming across. Well, that gives me extra battery charge, hours of it. So they're smart for thinking the way they did with that, having the pass-through, because you don't lose that by using their, by
I need to know more about that battery
earbuds.
stuff, man. I would love to not take it off.
Well,
and
and there's
so
many
quickly.
ways you can go. You can go Bobo VR. As a matter of fact, I think tomorrow
I've been seeing
they're
so much
announcing
stuff
another
about this. Yeah.
Yeah, they're announcing another battery headset from the Bobo team. But I prefer just sticking with OEM. And the Meta Quest 2, I had the Elite strap with battery pack. The only problem I had was eventually one side cracked. And that was after several years, because I bought the Quest 2 on day one. And so several years of use and abuse. So, I probably could have duct taped it and gotten at least another 6 months out of it, but the Quest 3 came out. But talk about attention to detail in this, by the way. Way up here is a little magnet that will, let me see if you can hear it.
Yeah.
No, I can't place it correctly here to snap into the magnet.
It sounded like a snap.
No, that was a drop. Let's see. There you go.
Yeah.
It holds the transmitter up there nicely.
Nice.
So,
what brand are they?
This is made by Anchor. It's their Soundcore line. is who it's called. It's the Soundcore VR. Is it VP or VR10? Let me see.
What up,
Soundcore
Sacro?
It's the VRP10. And if you were to look at that on Amazon right now,
Biggie D,
selling for
get a
80
VR
bucks.
headset. Get a VR headset, Biggie D. Take it.
Yeah,
Take it back.
I don't know what he's waiting for, honestly.
Well, he was hasn't opened Fast and Furious. I mean, what Buy Stuff is doing some awesome things with the one-up racers, but still, if I had the choice of getting a Fast and Furious, modded out or a VR headset, man, it'd definitely be that Quest 3. Has to be.
Yeah.
And let me share one more screen here on this because people had some questions. So yeah, it has pass-through charging. You can see right here how if you were charging just regular, boom, that's where the cable goes and that's where it plugs in. The transmitter is actually stealing power from the headset to operate, but in terms of charging, it just passes right through.
Wow.
Yeah, and the same thing if you were using a battery pack. Let me see if they show it here, because here you're going to see it in operation if you didn't have the battery pack. I don't think they have a picture of it with the battery pack engaged. No, they don't. But again, since you see the side of his headset right there, how the battery pack just plugs right into the charging port, it just does the same thing with this.
That's cool.
So,
That's so
80
cool.
bucks, and it can be used with multiple devices. It's even saying PS4 or PS5, I guess, because of the USB-C.
Wow.
And it's not just audio in the ears; it's microphone as well. It was using those. It wasn't using the built-in mic because I was playing last night, and Rebel and my friend Rob heard me flawlessly through this.
That's very important because anything with an improved mic over what you get built in, especially if you are doing live streaming of like your VR games, that alone is a game changer. Just having a better mic.
Yeah, and besides the battery pack, this is probably so far my number one accessory for the Quest 3.
Nice.
Totally digging it.
And Rebel's talking about the S3 Pro. S3 Pro available now?
That's the Bobo, I think. The Bobo headset. Bobo.
Yeah, the Bobo VR S3 Pro.
Yeah. Bobo also just made these Snap-on
Yeah, it's on here.
headphones for the PSVR 2.
Oh, that
kind of
okay,
similar to, if you remember back in the Oculus Rift days where they came with, you had your headset built onto the VR.
That's a tough. Biggie D has a tough question. Very tough question. We all have home arcades. What do you play more, arcades or VR? I mean, it's two different experiences, but I mean, man, I play a lot of console, but then I
true, a lot of console
play
too.
VR also, and you have your multicades. I mean, that's tough, man. I can't even answer. I can't put a percentage on that. That's tough.
I want to say my arcades right now are less. For me, it's probably 50-50. Well, besides the time on the arcades, it's 50-50 console and VR is where I'm at. How about you down there?
I think so I play a lot, on my arcades, especially with the modded one, because I'm always getting new games.
Exactly.
But if you want to go by how long that will hold my attention compared to jumping into VR, like when I'm in VR, I might be in there for a while. Now, I mean, I don't know if you're going to cover it. I'm assuming that you'd probably talk about this new free arcade app that you can have in PC VR.
Time capsule.
That just might bridge the gap till you're 100% in VR, even doing your retro gaming, because that looks absolutely amazing.
And I was just watching footage today of someone had, you have to, when you get the time capsule arcade, it looks great and all the attract modes are there. Everyone will enjoy it the way it is. But someone had the ROM set, because you do have to go ahead and supply your own ROMs. But someone had the whole set. They went on all the floors and demoed everything. And dude, that just looked amazing. I think the X-Men was the most impressive, because it honestly looks like you see the screens inside that game. When you're at the arcade, what was that? The six player
Yeah.
X-Men, when you were in the arcade and you seen those monitors, that blew your mind. And that's exactly how I felt, man. Just even looking at the attract mode, seeing this and seeing the person play it on YouTube, just outside of VR, it looked incredible.
So
And so if people just want to play arcade games, you just go ahead and get those ROMs and pop them in, and you're going to have an amazing, amazing experience in this time capsule VR. Definitely.
yeah, when it gets to the point where when you see a still shot of it or even a video really quick, that you do not even realize that that's VR.
You said that, man. Yeah, and I agreed with you 100%. It was just even looking outside the door, like I was saying last time. I was like, even looking outside, like there's windows there, of course. It looks like a real place, and when you look outside, that looks real also. It looks like a real picture. It just seriously looks like a real picture, and it's not. So that's what drew me to it. Because when I seen the thumbnails on YouTube, I thought it was real until people started showing the teleport colors, and I'm like, okay, this is actually in VR. How is this possible? And dude, I still can't believe it. It looks absolutely insane, and they're getting so much attention now. This was out in December, like earlier December, and now it's just blowing up because it's everywhere. It's on TikToks, it's on YouTube, it's all over the place, and there's so many people joining their Discord right now. I can't wait to see what else they're going to do with it, because there's still more floors planned. And hey, I brought it up last time, if it was possible for a pinball setup to go on, and I know it would be difficult to do, but there's talk.
It wouldn't be that difficult.
Yeah, it's the YouTube videos too going around that are
tons, man.
Spreading
There's
the
tons of
word
them right now. Yeah,
because people are finding it that don't even own VR, and they're like, then they're finding out, wait a second, this is VR.
Yep.
You know?
So if I'm correct,
it looks like you're looking through
like
someone's recording it. Yeah, dude. Look at. And I tell you what, guys, just like this, see how inside that monitor looks? It looks so much better in VR. Like you could.
That's
the viewing angle. I don't even know how to explain it, dude. You have to see it yourself. Yeah,
look at the lighting.
Exactly what you see here looks even better in VR, and it looks incredible right now. That Rascal's showing. Like it's.
I hear there's even like rust on some of the screws. Like that's how fine.
Yeah, it looks.
They paid attention to detail.
I've never seen anything like it, man. Never seen anything like it.
3 levels, Sean,
and the
of arcade.
Yep,
that's crazy.
Yep, but there's gonna be 6, so there's gonna still be more added, man. So it's gonna be there's just so much that's gonna be put into this.
Look at all the candy cabs.
But yeah, guys, if you guys don't have ROMs for these things to play, the attract modes, just walking around makes you feel like you're in this arcade. And I just love that. I love the sound, dude. That's why even here, like I'll turn all these on, not even play, and just listen to everything. I love that. I just love that surround sound of all the arcades on. And that's exactly the experience you'll get in here. Just like being at an arcade, man. It's amazing.
Yeah, that's totally awesome. I haven't done this yet. This is next on my list of things to do in VR. But that looks totally cool. And first of all, this comes from Spacey's Arcade. So if you're not familiar, Spacey's Arcade, it's SPACIES. Check them out on YouTube. And there's also a great video for those of you who have control decks from at games from Meatball Saucy. He actually takes the controller from his ALU and plays inside Time Capsule.
I gotta check that out.
Saying there's people that do sleep in VR. So I don't know if Brooklyn does, but I've seen it. If you go on VR chat in the public spaces, you'll just see people sleeping in beds, and it's crazy. Like
here's the new Bobo VR S3 Pro Super Strap from Bobo VR. Check this bad boy out. Air conditioning built in.
Yeah,
yes.
Dude.
Now
that's awesome.
I've heard people say such awesome things about this. I look at this and I feel like I'm being raped by one of those aliens in the movie. Just it's on my head and I'm being skull fracked is what it looks like to me. I don't know how that could be more comfortable than what you're wearing right now, bro, but people say it is. And I do see extra padding on that back ring that I can see. But right now, the Elite one that you're using with the battery
is super comfortable.
It's comfortable and it counterweights. Even though the Quest 3 got less weight in the front, having that battery in the back, it balances it out. I feel when I worked out without it before the battery came in, that it was very heavy in the front. So you're kicking your head around a lot. You feel like it's going to fly off. But with this,
Doing well, buddy.
with the extra
Doing well.
weight of the battery in the back, kind of balancing everything out, to me it feels a lot better. It makes it feel lighter, even though you have extra weight.
Yeah, I don't even get like VR head when I take this off.
No,
It's
me
just
neither. I don't have
nothing.
that whole thing around your
Yeah,
face. No, I don't
nothing.
get that.
I still get that with the PSVR 2. I found the PSVR 2, even though I absolutely love the PlayStation VR 2, I find it to be extremely uncomfortable
Let's
to
look at some
wear
of
it.
the other neat things about this. Swappable battery. I'll give them credit for that. That's cool technology. And then you've got the air conditioning. We'll just call it a fan. But to me, even working out, I'm not sweating up there when I'm working out. If I'm working out in Supernatural, I'm sweating from about here down. I mean, I can feel the sweat just coming down my face. Thank God for the silicone facial interface.
I was gonna say.
But I don't feel myself really sweating on the top of my head. Maybe because I have less hair than most people. I don't know. What else they got talking about here? Different size batteries, blah, blah, blah.
Really quick,
What's included?
Gunther, as like we said before, man, how great the Time Capsule Arcade looks. I have been playing this on the Oculus Rift. So if you have an Oculus 2, it's going to look better than my Rift. So plug that thing in, man, and enjoy it. Because on the Rift, it looks incredible. And look how old that is.
All right,
Yeah,
so
and
the
these
two
are
of
all
you,
PC ready as well.
any other hardware that you've purchased for your Quest 3s that should be on everybody's wish list?
I'd say if you get a Quest 3, any head strap other than what it comes with out of the box is a necessity. I always go with the elites because, like you were just saying, Rascal, you see how much low profile this is compared to the Bobo. The Bobo, you look like you're about to get turned into a Strog in Quake, you know. But they say that those are comfortable because I guess the this is not even making contact with your face. It's more like a halo design, so it's sitting on top of your head, and then you just tilt the faceplate in. But definitely elite strap or any third party strap day one, because you can have a bad experience just because you decided to use the default strap. And I also replaced the faceplate with the silicone one straight through Meta as well, which is nice because they give you the whole. It's not even like you don't Velcro it on; it's the whole piece. So you just take the other one off, and then this one just snaps right in 10 seconds, ready to go.
Gunther's
Yeah, I like
3D
that.
3D
Although there
print
are some companies that have come out with silicone covers
man.
that are working pretty good. Even ones that have a little thing you lay on the nose right here that gets rid of that very little bleed through that you get. Although some people like that. I was playing with somebody last night. He goes, thanks to that, I know where the frack I am on the floor. You know, even though I got the boundaries set up, if you're in a room like I was playing last night back here for Walkabout Golf. And even though I had the boundaries set and I had it set to show them when I looked down, the shape that boundary was in is some weird looking amoeba. I couldn't tell if I was closer to the desk here or if I was about to run into the big blue. I just knew I was getting close to something. And he's like, well, at least I could see right through under here and kind of, see things. And I get a point on that.
Yo,
I agree.
Scalp massage. Goofy Foot has a good idea. The scalp massage, then he'll get VR.
Scalp massage. PSVR 2 lets no light in. When you have that thing, they have the nose piece. Now the Meta 3 doesn't. But like you just said, Rascal, I understand when you buy the third parties, they'll come with the nose piece. But I agree that since I've been playing a lot of Asgard's Wrath 2, and it's a very active game and I'm all over the place, I have been able to just glance down and kind of get a bearing of where I'm at in my room, so I know I'm not getting close to, smacking into anything.
Yeah, pro and con on that. And to show everybody what we're talking about here, I've been testing some for some other companies. This one's from a company called RG. So this is a silicone replacement cover. So this, you would just kind of wrap this around the regular facial interface. Hey, look, I've got that. Here's a regular facial interface.
There
Nice.
you go.
It actually has a cover on it from another company I'm testing out here. So you put these on like this, just kind of goes over it. But the problem is, unlike the Quest 2, when this facial interface is on there, this part right here by the nose is so close to that white front part of that Quest 3 that you really can't put these on properly. There's not enough clearance to put this on, since it has to actually go underneath the little nub there and stick in place. So that's why these are a little less practical than just getting a whole facial interface that's made of silicone. The only thing I can say about doing this route is if you have 3, 4, 5 people in the house sharing one Quest 3, it's going to get costly if you really want to get multiple facial interfaces, so you're not sharing sweat with your teenager or something like that. Now, to the point about that nose thing we were talking about, one of these companies came with this.
Yeah.
This literally just clips on to the inside of the facial interface, right about...
And then that
I
flap
did
just
it
goes over your nose.
Yeah, and that flap goes over your nose. Let me see. That's this way, flap over your nose. So yeah, it'll clip on right about there. That goes over your nose and totally just does a nice little drape job where you can't see any light coming up. So if that bothers the hell out of you, then that is an option. And companies on eBay, or not eBay, on Amazon sell all sorts of cool things. Like, for some reason, if you leave your headset laying around and you keep finding that you get dust on your lenses, they have these little things that
Little
Nice.
covers, yeah.
covers that sit over the lenses themselves, just to kind of like if you're the person that has a dust cover on your keyboard when you're not using it because there's dog hair, cat hair, everything all over the place. This is a great thing to stop that happening to your
Nice.
lenses.
I have the travel case still, and that's actually on sale on Best Buy.
Is it right now, the hard shell case?
44.95, 44.95, I believe it is. Yeah, I seen it yesterday at that
I
price.
love that case. I use that to carry the shit down from upstairs to downstairs, just because I don't want to carry the headset by its
Yeah.
strap and then,
then your
the two things in my other
controllers.
hand and
Yep.
drop something.
Yeah, dude, I got him for the Quest 1, 2, and 3. So once the next Quest comes out, I'll buy another case. It's definitely worth it. I love it.
Back in the day of the Quest 2, they actually sold a bundle where you could get that case and the Elite strap with, I had just the Elite strap at the time, not the one with the battery, for a discounted price. It was outrageous back then. You got the case, Brooklyn? The hard shell
No,
case?
I don't have a case.
I just like hanging them, dude. I nail some screws in and just I put them on my wall. Do I want to play the Quest 2, Quest 3? Do I want to play the PSVR 2 now I have a nice stand for, so
Some people have desk shit.
I
He
would
has
never
wall
take
shit.
mine
Wall
anywhere
shit.
until it was like 2 Thanksgivings ago. I said, you know what, let me bring the Quest 2 and have some fun. So I brought it with me because usually you have to come here to get the demo. But I decided to bring it. That's why I don't have a case, because I just really don't bring them out. But
It
now
does
the
look
Quest
sick,
2 has
though. Like,
become
I've gone for
traveling
like a
one
week
when I go
vacation
places.
somewhere, and I brought mine with me.
Oh, they're great for even if you have nothing to do. You're in a hotel room. It's great for watching movies.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
just walk down the hallway with that and on and just move it on.
Or sit there and play your, Xbox cloud gaming
Yep.
on a 54-inch TV while you're actually in a
Freaking out the
4x5
cleaning
hotel
lady,
room.
dude. That would be great. Just walking outside your hotel room, walking down the hallway and scaring a cleaning lady or some shit with that headset on. Oh my god.
Now, Brooklyn, do you have, I think you said you have the charging dock as well?
I do.
Okay.
The official
And
one.
that's one of the good
I
things.
gotta get that, dude. I gotta get it.
Yeah, I'm about there. I've been using rechargeable batteries in the controllers right now because those things burn through batteries quickly. So that dock, which has it's new batteries to go in the controllers.
Yeah,
And
so what they
maybe
do is they
it's
give you
conductive, right?
you get new batteries, one for the left controller, one for the right, because they're contoured, they'll fit in
Mhm.
there. And so your batteries, when you're not using it, and you just lay your controller onto this so it displays it nice, and it plays like a little tone when it engages the magnet, so you know you have it on there correctly. And then you see the lights flashing, and when they turn, they'll flash like an amber, and when they turn green, everything is charged, including your. So batteries. I felt Quest does an amazing job since the Quest 2 with battery life in the controllers. I never got to the point where I ran out
Well, let me
on
ask
my
you a
Quest
question.
3.
Do you put yours to sleep or do you turn yours off, your Quest 3?
I just completely keep holding the power button until the Quest 3 turns off.
Okay, so you do a physical off. See, for me, I like to be able to, if I purchase a game on the computer, have it, God willing, install, which that doesn't work all the
Oh,
time anyway.
like an auto update and all that stuff
Yeah,
too. Yeah,
yeah.
dude, that's the smart
Like
way to go.
install the console kind of thing. And that doesn't work all the time with the Quest, but I like to be able to just auto on. So in your case, you'd be getting much better battery life since you power yours off than somebody who puts it to sleep. Because you put it to sleep, the controllers are still actually communicating occasionally back to the headset.
Yeah, I always turn
But
mine off. I turn
see,
mine
I
off,
don't.
but with my consoles, man, like I understand what you're saying. It would be the same thing for the VR, where you have an update for Diablo and Fortnite. You're gonna have
There
a
it is.
long time for a download waiting if you just turn it right on, which would be the same
Can
thing as
can you
VR.
believe how
So
much that is? That's the price of it too
I
for that.
know
But
it's
it's solid, man. It's like you would think it's just a little cheap piece of plastic. When you pick it up, that base has some weight to it. And the front kind of like rocks. So when you put your headset on it, you kind of have to take the front and like tilt it forward a little bit so it makes that connection to the
Looks like a
charging.
chin cup, like when you go to the eye doctor and
yeah,
they make you put your
yeah,
chin in that little cup to look at your eyes.
yep.
Now, I like to live life dangerously, so I actually took the straps off of my controllers. I realized that you can completely take them off. They come out so easy. You
They
just take the
do.
battery
Mine
out and
fell
then you
out
just
last
pop
night
them
when I was
out.
changing batteries.
I don't use
I
any
didn't.
straps. I've
What?
never thrown a controller in my life. I kind of know I'm at the point where it's just like I know where I'm at in VR. I realize if I'm bowling a bowling ball, not to actually let go
Oh
of the
yeah.
controller. You know what I mean? So
I'm thinking of
I
getting
don't do the straps.
those, and they're by Meta. I'll pull it up here in a second since I'm on their website. The other straps that go around the outside of your hand.
Yes.
I think they're
My
called the
friend
Pro
Nix has
straps or
those.
something.
He swears by them. The
Yeah, those
knuckle
look good.
grips.
Let's go ahead and point out the rest of the cool things in this. So, like you said, you're basically just placing these controllers in the cradle, and if I'm correct, these are charging. Oh, how do you call it? Is it conductive kind of thing, like how your toothbrush charges?
Yeah, it doesn't actually like on the controllers. There's nothing there. They
Yeah.
just lay down into that cradle and then they start charging.
So it's
So
definitely
yeah, I
it's
forget what
worth
they
it.
call that, but like I said, it's very similar to how if you have a rechargeable toothbrush, it doesn't have a USB thing that goes into it. It sits on this pole, but there's no metal to metal contact.
There
So
is metal to metal contact on the actual
the
Meta
headset,
3 headset.
yeah,
Yeah.
because it's on the bottom
Those
down
little
there.
pins, if you see them, those
Hmm.
have to touch or else it won't be. Even if you lay it in there, if they're not touching and like you push it, like click it down,
Yep.
it won't
So here's the
charge.
one thing stopping me, or was, but I'm gonna make a change.
You're
You
gonna make
see
me get
how
it,
when
man.
it sits on the dock here, that the straps kind of go to the back. Right now, where I sit my headset is a shelf on the wall underneath my TV that I have for other things going on in that room. So my Quest 3 actually rests sideways on this shelf. Let's just say it's 18 by 10 or something like that. So if I was to put that on that shelf, it'd be hanging over in midair. So I'm going to have to find a different place to put this that has the room for it.
I
That's your
found a
new
great
name, dude.
space. Rascal, it's in my I have a
Brooklyn.
white entertainment center and you have the Switch OLED, which is white, the PS5, which is white, and now you have this, which has its own space, like underneath, and I have it kind of tucked back, and I hid all the wiring, and I don't have any straps on my controller, so it looks really clean. The only thing I have to do is I have to crank my headset, my Elite, all the way in because I wanted to tuck it a little further back. So I just crank it all the way in and then drop it in the dock. It's always ready to go because there's nothing worse than when I used to go to grab my headset to play a game and then all of a sudden I put it on and it was out of power.
Well, last night, I was gonna try the Population 1, and I'm all set, all ready to go. Use the right controller. I hit the install. It's ready to go. I get in the game. I'm in the training area. It says walk. Well, guess what? My left controller was dead.
And that's the one you use to walk. Yeah.
So
So these are the straps I'm going to
dude,
get,
no.
and these are by Meta as well. And
Yeah.
as you can see them. Let me go back there, where it actually joins right here. That's you can literally slide out the old straps from down there when the battery cover's off, and
Correct.
they slide into the same spot.
It replaces the entire battery cover.
Yeah.
They're built onto these straps. So these are great for people that are like, especially when you're doing exercise stuff, people that like to let go of the controllers
Yep.
to get a more authentic feel in certain things. You could do that with these because they're basically strapped to your hands.
Yeah, they're strapped to this flat part of your hand, so you could actually let go and do hand stuff in VR. So that's my next step. And again, it works well with the charging dock, which is what happens when you get
end up getting it.
OEM stuff. I mean, get the OEM headset, the OEM hand straps, works with the OEM dock. The cool thing about it now is that Meta is making this dock. For the Quest 2, they actually sourced that out to Anker, which wasn't a bad thing. Anker is great with batteries and chargers and all that stuff, but it was still a third-party device. This, I don't think anybody's making it for them. If they are, they're not telling us. And Saiyan Spirits liked when I said hand stuff on VR. Yeah, I'm just dialing in Radio Tokyo. That's what I'm doing. Hello.
Yeah, Brooklyn. I like Goofyfoot's suggestion here. Maybe you should change it to Brooklyn.
So I think we've touched
Goofy,
on all the
with the name at this
accessories that matter. We've touched on the Quest 3 case. Sean and I have that. You've got the charging dock.
I like it.
They do make an Elite strap, which doesn't have the battery on it, but a little bit more, you get the battery. Can you show us the back of yours really fast without hurting yourself about where that screw thing is that tightens it?
Sure, hold on.
So one thing, and this is about the Elite strap as well as the battery, is when you put it on, not only do you, let me get you full screen here, buddy. Let's see, not me. It's all about him. So that right there is kind of like a vise. It just screws in and out to bring it in. And you see how the strap up there is moving. He puts that on. Now it's loose. And he doesn't have to adjust a whole bunch of crap. He just dials it in to how it fits on his head.
Oh, dude.
Dial it into your comfort and you're ready to go.
And it's great. My wife and I share the same headset, every morning to work out. And all she has to do is unscrew it, put it down there. I'll pick it up.
Tighten that up, and that's it.
The only thing different is if two people are using it, you'll probably want to loosen the Velcro top strap because everybody's heads are shaped differently. So I'll loosen that, I'll tighten the back, and then I'll tighten the very top strap.
That's cool.
Yeah. So in addition to that cool ring in the back that kind of grabs the back of your skull, that dial-in thing just makes it so much easier to put the headset on and off.
My wife always knows when I'm sneaking downstairs to play VR because she hears the
click, click, click.
Dude, your knit hat, do you sell that on your store? That's sick.
Yes, on a different store.
Different one? You gotta let me know.
I have 2 channels.
That's sick.
All right, so that talks about most of the stuff.
Why
There's
does
only
it
one
have
other.
3 eyes? Steps wants to know why it has 3 eyes, though.
Well, Steps. So you have a depth sensor, which is here. So I can see my hands in VR, like virtual hands. You have a depth sensor here in the center, and then these are also the inside out tracking. And plus, I can see in full color. That's how I was able
Which
to
is
see
really
your
cool.
comment.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Some people thought you were actually watching in like a VR desktop or something.
I'm not.
like
I
we
do have
actually
a screen here, but I'm just not clicking on anything because I don't want to make unnecessary noise through my headset. But I'm actually just watching on my main screen here in
That's
front of
cool,
me. I
dude.
can see
That's
the
really
chat
cool.
room.
Yep. The one thing I
Gotta
didn't
love
like
it.
about
Gotta love it.
the VR desktop, and this is the one I think from Meta, was that it only does one screen at a time. So if you're used to a two-screen setup like I have on my desk right here, if you try to replace that with the VR desktop, you're basically, let me fix this really fast. It's OCD. You're only going to see one screen at a time, and you switch between the multiple screens. Not similar at all to how Apple does it on theirs. On the Apple Vision Pro, you could have a screen up there, one down here, and have three virtual screens rocking, in the headset. That's what I want. I want to achieve if I would use it for business, not just one screen at a time.
There has to be a
Raska,
way.
you know what got me on the Apple Vision Pro? Which like
What
even
besides
like
the price?
but no, I'm talking like seriously. Like I'm thinking like I have a 10-year
So
old. So
if the money tree
what
had $4,000 on it, you'd be there.
there was
Tell us
one
why.
feature that they showed. The fact that
$4,000?
you can capture almost like real virtual reality moments, say of your kids
Yep.
talking to them,
Mhm.
and then years later I can go back and actually be there again in that moment where you're
The only
there.
downside of that is that your kids would be seeing you just like we're seeing you right
Yeah.
now. Hi, robot daddy. Hi, just keep doing that swinging thing. This looks cool in 3D. Just keep doing it. Yes.
He doesn't
know,
look that bad though. It doesn't look bad. It really doesn't.
I
He
haven't seen the
is
top
full
of my
Ready
dad's
Player
head
One
in
right now. Come on.
15 years.
I don't know what color my dad's eyes are.
Yes,
And then-
I don't
and there's
know, he
another
just looks
advantage
like-
of the
He
Vision
looks
Pro.
like a monster with 3 eyes.
The Vision Pro at least has that weird lens in the front, the OLED, which people can see a scan or whatever you want to call it of your eyes. So, and Sean, you were saying, is it really $4,000? Am I right? Isn't it $4,000?
Yeah, it's expensive.
3,900 or something like that. Let's see. Did
But
they
man,
sell
that
out
got me.
when they went on sale?
Yeah, I heard that within seconds of the people that wanted to get in on the earliest shipping, literally within seconds, it was already you were on the next one. That's how fast they're
Damn.
selling.
Yeah.
Even
And
at
so
that
there you go.
that price.
See, I'm not
February
an Apple guy,
2nd,
man,
when they
but
should arrive in stores and in your house if you order it in the first few seconds. They are doing demos, from what I'm hearing. And you have to make reservations. Supposedly, they give you a 20-minute demo, but your actually prep setup time is another 10 to 20 minutes. So just pack a lunch. But they are letting people thoroughly play with this. There you go with the
I
fake
remember
eyes.
this with the eye. That's right.
Yeah.
I remember seeing
Yeah.
this.
Maybe they'll show what I was talking about in this, where they show like the dad talking to his kids, and then
Oh, yeah. I can
That's
totally
so cool.
picture using this like on a cruise or something. Just go out there. Now, here's what I'm talking about: the multiple screens. This is what I would love my Quest 3 to do. Now,
Hell
the VR desktop does have that virtual keyboard like you saw him doing, or you could use pass-through to see your physical keyboard and mouse. So you can do that on the Quest 3. Let's see here. Theater, blah, blah, blah.
there it
Okay,
is.
that was
This is what you're talking about,
recorded
right?
while he was watching that way.
Yeah, dude.
So full
You know what? People are
panoramic
really going to
3D
use that to
stuff.
record.
Let's see.
Can you imagine though that if you had one of these and like you can basically start a business where you can go film people's events in like virtual reality where they can go back and visit it that
Yeah.
way? Start a whole business off of this thing.
Let's see what else they got showing in here.
Goofy
This is
Foot
not
is
an
not
advertisement.
watching us anymore if we buy this.
I'm
Same
sorry,
with
Goofy
you,
Foot, but
Brooklyn.
I'm not rich enough. If I was, damn it, you'd be watching. What I like about theirs is they go for their whole spatial computing is what they're calling it. They're not calling it a gaming system. It is spatial computing, basically doing your normal stuff you would do with a computer or your iPhone or your iPad just in air, in 3D space. That's kind of creepy, but kind of not. Now that has like 4 cameras in the front compared to your 4, 5. I count 6 so far on the front of that compared to the 3 on the front of our Quest 3.
I should take that girl on a date. Like I'm wearing these, she's wearing those. You're awesome.
There you go.
Now this takes advantage of their spatial audio, and if nobody here has tried spatial audio from Apple, it's cool as shit. Do you have an Apple TV? Either one of you two?
Nope.
I don't really have. My wife has an Apple phone. I
So dig
don't
this.
really have any Apple products.
I've got an Apple phone. I've got the Apple earbuds, the Pros, and I've got an Apple TV. So if I'm watching TV in the bedroom and my wife's asleep, I go ahead and stick in the AirPods Pro in my ear, and the TV pops up and goes, "Do you want to listen on those?" Yeah, sure I do. With spatial audio on, if the TV is dead in front of me and I turn like this, the sound
You'll hear it.
changes.
Yeah.
It sounds like louder here than here. It
That's
makes
cool.
you be in that environment, and that's built into this as well.
That's really
There's look at that eye tracking shit.
Yeah.
All that
the whole
stuff
range.
inside just to track your eyes.
Not 4K for me. No thanks. Drop it
Yeah.
down. See, I don't like a lot of Apple products though, man. That's me. That's just me.
Yeah. What I'm hearing is why they're selling out so fast too is because developers want to get into that ecosystem early on, and they're thinking more down the line of the next one and the next one. They already want to
Oh, of
be
course.
established with something in there.
Oh yeah.
So
Here's
I
a
can
good
totally see
here's a
that.
good question for Brooklyn and everyone else. Something I didn't realize, and this is something I knew. You can't really do VR outside because I've seen people go outside. I've seen tons of footage of people outside
Yeah.
enjoying their VR games, but the sun, just like Rebel says here, the thought crossed his mind, but the sun is basically a giant UV laser.
yeah, you'll ruin your lenses.
So ruin the
I mean, if you
senses.
look,
Yeah.
no, you cannot substitute this for looking at the sun. That's no,
Yeah.
don't do that because you'll break.
I'm not
them.
even gonna lie. I even turned my lights down a little bit because I was even concerned with how bright these lights are hitting into the
Oh,
front.
these lights, yeah, they do a number on you.
So, but I don't know if they could damage it. And then I figured, you know what? A bunch of YouTubers make videos and they have lights, so I should be
no,
fine.
The
What
the
up, Shreddy?
pass through on the Quest 3 is better with more light in the room. The brighter it is, the better the pass through is. Because if you just picture the fact that the cameras that you have in the front there are not the same ones that your phone uses to record 4K. These are a lot lamer. These are the equivalent of, I want to say, the cameras back when Motorola was making smartphones, back when the Palm Trio had a camera in it. The kind that if you remember taking pictures or videos, how grainy they got on those old camera
Oh
phones.
my god, dude!
That's because they didn't let enough
We
light
thought
in.
they were incredible.
Yeah, but they couldn't let enough light in for the receptor to record everything, and that's the thing with the ones in the Quest 3. They need more light outside to make the pass through be more clear.
Yeah, it's looking good. I mean, with these Elgato lights. But so I can just explain really quick to anyone that has a VR headset why you don't want to bring it outside, especially on a sunny day.
Go for
your
it.
lenses are like very strong magnifying glasses, and you do not want the sun hitting a magnifying glass, because what'll happen is your lenses will get spots on it, and you cannot fix that. You will destroy them if they start hitting direct sunlight. So if you go out maybe on like a hazy day, not that sunny, that's fine. But you never want your even if you're storing your headset, you don't want it ever facing towards a window that may get direct sunlight coming in and hitting into the lenses.
I don't know. I saw Linus on Linus Tech Tips driving his car with
No.
a VR on. Okay.
Well, he could
and
afford to ruin a few
he's got an
sets.
expensive ass car. I'm assuming you saw that video, Brooklyn.
Yeah, and that seems to be a new
Did he have a
trend that
pile
a
of
lot
headsets
a lot of people are
physically
doing.
there?
But
Yeah, he has money to burn, so
Yeah.
literally. So
he can burn
no
through a
worries.
few headsets
that's
if
terrible.
anything happened.
Or
I'd be
crash
crying.
that car. I mean, it was only like a couple $100,000 car he was driving, I think.
I'd be crying 3 tears.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Well, let's get past our
Sunny side
VR
up
here
eyeballs.
and talk about a few more things. Last night, I tried 2 games for the first time.
Did you?
I tried Walkabout Mini Golf. Now, I was not in my usual VR space, which is about 12 by 12 wide open. I was behind me here in the arcade. So literally, I had at best 5 feet in one direction, 7 in another, and it was not a perfect rectangle. So I'm in Walkabout Mini Golf, and we were playing Around the World. Have you played that
Wow.
course yet?
I've been we had a game scheduled for the weekend, but then some of us had YouTube shows and stuff going on. I really want to be fair and wait for everybody because everyone was super excited to play this course. So I called it off, and I was playing Vertigo 2 instead. Well, I'm just waiting. I haven't even looked at it yet, but I hear it's amazing and does a lot
It
with
is.
heights.
I don't know how many. Is there just one course in that one? Is that all it is?
Not
You always
necessarily,
get
guys.
2 courses. You'll always get the beginner course, which is usually during the day, and then the advanced course, which is at night, and you'll have a fox hunt in the advanced course at night. And if you figure out all the clues, you will get a new club that you can use.
Now,
See, okay.
Brooklyn, like you were saying, you were recommending the PSVR 2, right? The
Yeah,
copy
for
of
Walkabout, I
is
have it on
PSVR
both
2.
platforms, but the PSVR 2 is definitely higher fidelity,
Okay.
wider field of view.
And I think it was better price too. Whereas $45.99, you get a lot of courses, right?
Yeah, well, Walkabout was never an expensive game, but they've been putting out courses for many years now. So
Yeah, and then
I didn't even
I think
play it yet.
they finally stopped with their hole-in-one because that last course that they came out with, the Around the World, does not add on to the hole-in-one
that,
bundle
gotcha.
anymore.
yeah, so I don't want anyone to think when they hear $40, well, that's an expensive game. No,
No,
Walkabout
dude.
itself is not an expensive game. We're talking about that
lot
bundle
of
comes with
DLC.
years and years
Yeah.
of courses, and
I
you will
forget.
have
Dude, it was like hundreds and hundreds of courses.
you will have so many endless hours of fun on these
Yeah.
courses, and they're all so different.
Yeah, the one last night, not many spoilers, but that one was based on, I want to say, like a steampunk Eiffel Tower kind of thing. Wow. It was my first time playing the game, period. And so 3 of us were in last night playing. The whole voice thing was working flawlessly for us.
It always does in that game.
Yeah, it was
Online
Perfect.
spot on.
and you can fly around, right?
You can fly if you
Yes,
want.
you
like the controller
some
up
of
or something, and
Some of the recommendations I always tell people that get into Walkabout with me for the first time is turn on smooth walking.
yeah,
You can keep yourself on snap turn. That's not a big deal because you can smooth walk instead of doing the aiming and
I love the
teleporting.
smooth
It's
turning,
great
man.
to
Love
just
that.
smooth walk.
When you
And
say
if you
smooth walk, how would you do that? Which controller would
and
you use?
you go into the settings and then you just you have one controller in that game, so you just
Yes.
use the stick on the
Mhm.
controller to walk. And if you
Okay.
turn your head in any direction, you'll actually turn that way, or you could
So
just
it's basically walking and turning with the same stick.
yeah.
Okay, all right, I can see that.
Or
And
you
to
can just turn with your
answer,
head.
Rebel's question, Rebel, you were playing me last night, for God's sake. You didn't know that Rob was playing on a PSVR 2. So yes, very cross-platform. The three of us, me, you, and Rob, were on two different systems. You and me were on our Quests, and
Yeah.
he was on a PSVR 2, and it worked great
I need to get this
until
already, man.
one of us idiots, me, had to leave for a few minutes, took the headset off, and my headset went to sleep. That fucked
I
everything.
absolutely love mini golf, like 3D Ultra Mini Golf. If none of you have played it on the Xbox 360, was one of my faves. I loved it. You could like detonate the ball, and anyone that around that detonation, their balls would fly everywhere else on the course. I was hoping, I don't know if that
It's
happens
fun.
on Walkabout, man, but like there used to be springs, like you could just
They're
your ball
starting
goes
to
into the
add some
spring.
wild stuff into
So, like,
Walkabout.
cool. It's
But-
like pickups.
What's great about Walkabout is like when you get together with a lot of people. I always get together with a bunch of other YouTubers that I'm friends with. We all feel like we're hanging out in this
Of course.
in a place
Yeah.
together.
Oh,
when
yeah.
you, even though your avatar has that cartoonist look, when
Doesn't
you
matter, man.
when you speak to someone, your mouth moves.
Yep.
That's
You
cool.
know, the mouth moves to your voice, and
And I
it's
like
just
that
great.
it's only the head, though, in that game. It doesn't show a full body, which could get pretty intrusive.
there's a reasoning
So-
for that. One, probably because of early on for processing power, and I also think it would be a distraction looking
Yeah.
down when you're golfing.
Yep.
It doesn't block your view. And Walkabout really makes it easy for new VR players. Like if you're not used to moving around, you can hit the ball and then just hit your trigger, and it will always take you center to wherever your ball is. So
Nice.
you'll always be above.
Yeah,
the
that
golf
worked
ball.
out great because last night I found myself walking way more than you should. It was my first game. My friend Rob was one of the other two players with me last night. Plays a lot. He's like, "Why are you walking around?" Because there's a thing on the ground that I need to step over it. He goes, "You realize it's not there, right?" No. I'm sitting here, or not sitting, I'm standing here the whole time, and we're playing a hole, and let's just say there's this like bar height counter over here or
You
whatever.
go to lean on it.
I almost fucking leaned on the damn
I know.
thing.
I've almost done that too. A few hours in.
Or
you
there's
forget.
like these ropes that are holding things on. I'm just ready to grab one. Just grab one to hold on while I'm watching the game, you know? It felt very weird. And then, of course, my first time pressing the A button, especially when you're playing on the Eiffel Tower. Yeah, let's just say I'm not good with heights.
I've seen videos of
When it brings you kind of back into like God view, and
clouds.
you could see the whole course.
Yeah, you're the well. No, this one brought me to a frigging cloud and just showed the scoreboard up there.
Yeah, every course does that.
Yeah, and so I'm looking down and I can
can
see
see everything.
Paris way down there. Like,
What's even
Pay
better,
attention to the
Askell, if you
scoreboard,
just if you hold your golf club towards
hold
the
it up
sky
and you go, you
and
fly.
push forward
Fly
on the
around.
stick, you'll
Yep.
start feeling a little vibration. Next thing you know, you will take off into the air.
Yep, we did that because we were doing the Easter egg golf ball thing yesterday, which I sucked at. The other two players could pick up the ball that they found in certain
You're
places.
finding the lost balls. Yeah.
I did, Rob's like, pull back on your trigger and stuff, and I'm like, not trigger, the thumbstick. Like that's
Yeah.
not working.
You just pull
He's like,
back.
Have you unlocked
Yeah, it
everything,
didn't
Brooklyn Menace? Like all the
I
lost
have
balls and
most
stuff?
of the lost balls, but not on every course. They are really figuring out good ways to hide them in some of these newer
Nice.
courses. And there's
oh
a
yeah,
lot,
so some of these
especially
you
in
had
the
to be
last
on
course, there's so much
weird
going on.
walkways. Yeah, they're hiding between like two little things. Yeah,
And that's the benefit of walking in the game, other than teleporting and hitting your trigger just to go to the next hole. If you don't walk around, you miss
Yep.
out on a lot of little hidden stuff that they put on the courses, and you get to see the whole thing. There's always a way to get from point A to point B on the course. There's always a staircase. There's always, and I love, and that's where you start finding the lost balls.
Oh, so
they'll
you have
hide
to
them.
actually travel around. You have to travel around the course. It's not
I
like
walked
you,
so
it's not like you get get your par or hole in one, whatever, and then just like it transports you to the next
Well, you
hole.
no,
can-
you can
actually
you
walk.
can do
usually-
that.
yeah.
Okay.
Usually you just hit your trigger at the end of the ball, out of that hole, and takes you to the next hole.
He's saying to walk around.
I have
though.
another
It's the
reason
best way to
also
find
why I
the
do it.
missing balls.
Because I'm live streaming it, so I'm also the cameraman for the game, and I'm trying to give the people that are watching it live on YouTube on my channel the best view possible. So that's why I walk and not do all the teleporting. It looks better on the stream, and I always try to get lined up with a good shot while the next golfer is up. Yeah, we
Yeah,
enjoy it,
I got a
man.
little
We
freaked
really
out
look
by
forward to it.
the instant replays because that people were doing it when you weren't expecting it,
Yeah, we
and
troll each other with that. We were doing that one
I
night.
bet you do.
Oh man, we were laughing. Had such hard laughs some nights that one night I couldn't see anymore in my headset because I was laughing so hard I was crying,
Full of tears.
and my my whole thing fogged up.
I told my wife, I said, I didn't play in the normal VR room last night because my granddaughter was sleeping in the next room over. It doesn't share a wall, but it's on the other side of a very small hallway. And I didn't want my granddaughter waking up. My wife's like, what are you doing that you're afraid you're going to wake her up? I said, you don't understand. There's a bunch of guys playing mini golf. Picture that in real life. They are not quiet. Okay. And even though I had earbuds in, trust me, I was loud. I mean, when I had a birdie the first time on one of those holes, I was loud as shit. I really was.
Hey, Rebel has a question. Brooklyn, how do I get an invite for when you play Walkabout?
It's very simple. All you got to do. We always use the same room code. It's shill with 2 I's, SHIILL, and just go in there and you'll be in the game with us. We
Well, do
played
you
with a
announce
lot
it
of
for
people
certain
from the
times? Because
community.
like Rebel
Yeah,
found that
I usually
last
try
night
to
'cause I did
announce
it in
it.
Discord.
But we'll be jumping into Around the World in 80 days. Like I said, I have it. I haven't even looked at it. And
I want to play it again tonight. That's how much I liked it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
yeah, I hear it. I hear they did a really good job with it.
Did a killer
Those
job
it's
on
part
it.
of the Jules Verne series of
Yes.
courses.
Mm-hmm.
So you had 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, which is
Yep.
another great course.
Yeah,
I've
I'm
been
looking forward to
this
it. That really does well. And again, this was Victorian era Eiffel Tower, and I think they kind of picture it as having a steampunk port up on the Eiffel Tower for like balloon, balloon rides and shit like that. It was really damn cool.
Nice.
And some of those holes, as you're hitting, your risk of the ball falling off and hitting somebody down in the streets of Paris were very high because there were a lot of hazards in that one.
It's mini golf, Galaga guy. I suck
Yeah.
at regular golf, so
It's not
mini
there
golf
are-
is fun, dude.
It's you're putting Galaga guy pretty much in
Yeah.
everyone.
Yeah.
So and it's very natural feeling. So you can pick it up pretty fast. Now, admittedly, some of the newer courses, they are ramping up the difficulty because people have become so good at this game. But if you jump in like to some of the original courses that came out, they're more like standard mini golf. But some of the new ones, they're getting crazy now. They're really getting creative. You have one
That's cool, though.
upside town. There's no up, down, left, or right on that course. So you're hitting your ball winds up on the ceiling. It's on the wall.
So here's
But
the one
it's
we played
fun.
last
That's what
night.
matters, man. It's fun.
Around the World in 80 Days. You're playing up here.
Yeah, I seen someone show that off.
And I hear you go up there
Damn.
at the beginning. They bring you up on like the
Yes,
like an
you
elevator.
ride up and that elevator that's right there that I'm circling.
That's so cool.
Yeah, and here's the inside of it. Those pipes right there. Well, it was funny because we actually flew to follow those pipes to see where they would go to see which pipe you wanted to aim for. Because those 4 pipes will let you out into 4 different places on that hole.
Jason needs to explain why he needs to do do-overs after every shot.
So here's a flying around view of it. See a couple different holes.
That's nice, though, man.
Here now,
that
like I
looks
said,
sweet.
here are the wide open. And by the way, I gave them credit because I have photographs from the Eiffel Tower from 2 years ago that look down on those buildings, and those are actual buildings in Paris. I actually saw the hotel that I stayed in Paris in this game, even though
Really?
this is set in Victorian area.
Wow.
Yeah. So really cool course.
Awesome.
Yeah, this one right here. You see this thing with these 2 bridges? Those go up and down alternating. So you have to hit your ball to go there.
Is there a deal for that game? Is that what that means on Slick Deals or no?
No. Well, I
Okay.
don't know. Let me click it. So
Hey,
there's 25%
mobile
off.
25% off Oculus VR games.
Okay, well, that's why I have that plugin.
Nice. Good stuff.
So yeah, so it was my first time playing that last night. Thoroughly enjoyed it. The other game I played last night, I did not thoroughly enjoy. And let's
Uh-oh.
talk about it. Population 1. Brooklyn, have you
Uh-oh.
played?
I have. It's not really my type of game,
No.
but and it's one of those things where if you didn't really get in ground one and keep playing that game, everybody's too good at it at this point. So you're gonna just
I
pretty
got
much
lucky last night. 1
get
o'clock in the
sniped.
morning, people sucked, and I took advantage of that. But
I-
the one thing I hated about it was how realistic your weapon handling has to be.
yeah.
Yeah.
Were you able?
Tell me
Were
your
you okay
experience.
with climbing everything? Like did
Oh, the
did that give
climbing
you
thing
any-
gets weird. The
You
climbing
can
the
climb
wall.
everything. It doesn't matter what it is. Yeah.
Yeah, as you're going through that, it tells you walk up to the wall. Okay, grab the wall. Okay, I'm fucking Spider-Man now. All right, grab the wall
Just climb
again.
up everything.
Okay,
Oh, my God.
and you have to pull up to climb the wall. Of course, depending upon the motions you use, the wall's either in your face or it's out there.
People get good at it. They can go pretty fast. I looked for the highest structure in the game and immediately went to
course.
try to climb to the
Yeah,
top
camp.
so I could jump
Just
off.
camp it.
Damn.
But the one thing that I didn't like, as I was saying, was the weapon. I don't want to say realism, but the mechanics of the weapon operation. So when you pick up a submachine gun and you pick up a thing of ammo, it basically has it's called a clip, right? Not a cartridge. Because people into guns will get pissed at me if I do this wrong.
But there should be an
The
option to
clip
maybe.
is sitting
Fine,
out
it's
there.
VR.
And you,
No one cares.
you have to grab
Flip.
down here and push the clip
Yeah.
in. And then you have to go forward and pull the
Yeah.
mechanism. You're doing all this in VR versus if you're doing this game like a Fortnite game. If you,
There are other games like that. I think it's like Resident Evil. I think the new Resident Evil VR has that. So there's an option to turn that off and just push one button to reload.
There is.
I didn't
But
find that option.
Would they? I don't know if they would let that in Population 1 because
I don't
that could
think
make a disadvantage for
Yeah.
people that are doing full
Are
reload.
doing that? Yeah.
Now in
Yep.
in Pavlov, forget, dude. If you think Population 1 is bad, Pavlov, it's like realistic loading for every single weapon. It's some of them you're threading
Wow.
the bullets. I couldn't even figure out how to do it.
Well, the 6-shooter on this one, when you picked up the 6-shooter, it had the actual bear or whatever the place the
Open.
cartridge go in. You had
Throw
to
the
push
6
in.
in.
Yeah, you had to push in the 6 quick loader
and
and
snap
flip it back in
Yeah.
before you could shoot. And I was just like, yeah, I'm out on this.
I'm,
I mean, I saw I had 6 shots, and I'm like, oh, now I got to do this and this.
Yeah.
And fuck that gun. I want the dual submachine guns. That's how I roll.
Rebel just hangs out in the shooting range.
it's
I did
a
that,
weird thing
and-
because
Go ahead.
the true VR people, they say it's not VR if it's auto loading, and then they get pissed. So you can't make everybody
yeah.
happy.
Oh, and I said there's nothing wrong with it. I thought it was cool, but
yes,
to
yeah.
me,
Some people will find that definitely cool, but
I hadn't played enough. So to go to my first battle royale, I'm just like going crazy.
Yeah.
You give me those 2 submachine guns, which God willing do this. You go like this and spin them, and they auto load. That was great for me. Those were my weapons. Any weapons other than those, I was just like, no. But because those are you're dual wielding at that point, it doesn't give you the full weapon mechanics and just does that cool thing where you just flip up and
Yeah.
they spin around and load. That I liked.
that'd be nice. I need a quick drink. I'll be right back.
Go ahead. I already had my double. Now, hanging out in the shooting range, the one thing I will say about Population 1, at least the time that I went on last night, which was about, I gotta say it was between 12 and 12:30 a.m. Eastern time. So a lot of young kids still on there.
Yeah.
I mean, we're talking, and it was the stupidest talk. These 2 kids that, from their voice, they have not reached puberty yet. Okay, it's
Yeah,
not
you
even
call them squeakers.
they're not even cracking. Exactly, they're squeakers, and they're like, "Oh, you're fucking my wife? Oh, I didn't know you were doing that." I'm like, "You don't even know what fucking is, kid. You
Yeah.
know, just get the fuck out of here." By the way, there will
It's
be
so annoying.
language.
Yeah.
But and that was just at the shooting range. I'm like, at least I think that's where all the kids were hanging out. Because once I went into the battle royale, I didn't hear that kitty squeaking shit. I actually heard people going, "Hey, come over here, man. Let's go shoot them." Okay, that's real shit. I dig that, but I could try it some more. But actually, I tried it for the show. That's why I tried Population One, was to see what it's like. You gotta clip me saying that. How did I
It's
say
not
it?
bad,
Which
no
one?
Rascal, for a free to play right now, because it used to be like a $30
No, for free to
game.
play, it is got merit. Totally.
I think for me, that's one where I would enjoy myself more if only people I knew were in there. We had our own private room, couple of
Yes.
us,
Yeah.
team versus team. That would be cool.
Yeah.
I just
Team
don't like
versus
playing
team
with
would
a
be
bunch of
excellent in that, but I don't. Is that
random
available
people.
or not?
I'm assuming so, that you could probably make that happen.
Oh, Gallagher thought my little boy voice was
Did I
hilarious.
miss the little boy voice? What?
You missed the little boy voice.
Oh.
He was
It was
doing his
good.
impression of like what you usually
squeakers.
hear when you go into any kind of multiplayer game.
Oh.
It's always like a bunch of kids
Of course,
cursing
yeah,
and
especially VR
acting like
chat, yeah.
idiots.
Oh yeah. Well,
It's
at
same
least
problem
in
with
VR
Among Us.
chat, I used to go to the bars in VR chat where they actually carded you. So if your voice wasn't at least this deep, they wouldn't let you in the bar. If you were the little squeaker going, "Hey, are you the guy that was fucking my wife?" Yeah.
Clip that. Someone clip that, please.
Let me go turn off clipping really fast
Oh,
on
no,
this stream.
hurry, guys. Come on, hurry.
Oh man.
Yo, I'm
So,
addicted to this stuff. I don't know if you tried it
You
before.
talked about that. I
You
haven't
did,
tried
yeah.
it yet. You know what? Maybe
dude,
I'll
it's
grab some for Friday.
So good.
Okay, so
I'm
you
hooked.
got a drink. I've finished my drink. By the way, if MG is watching and he's not,
He's
this
not.
is drinking out of my Kiss cup from the Kiss Cruise. This is Tommy Thayer, the
Nice.
spaceman. But I'm gonna go get myself
Go get a drink.
lemon type drink
Go
and
for it.
talk amongst yourselves, boys
Yeah.
and girls. Let me see.
What?
Where's the part where I turn off my camera? There's got to be a way to do that,
Sean,
right?
now the box I saw those.
Probably a
It,
variety
it
pack.
had like multi flavors. It's
Yeah,
like a
dude.
variety pack for like 20
So-
something bucks.
So same thing around here. I only found the variety pack, but they do sell them in singles, and I'm actually surprised. These are only, around here they're $1.89.
That's
I
less
think-
than a regular
I think
monster.
that's cheaper, right? And it's 6% alcohol. There's no energy, so there's no caffeine in this stuff, and it's very low carb, but it's delicious, man. 6%
Oh, there
alcohol.
isn't. So
And
maybe
it's
there's a reason for that
great.
because I guess that like some people consider there could be a little danger between like mixing energy drinks with
Yeah,
alcohol.
well, that's how Four Loko was,
Yeah.
man. When Four Loko
Oh,
first
Four
came out,
Loko,
and I was
holy
enjoying
shit.
the hell out of caffeine when they first had the caffeine in that, and that was gone away. It took some time, probably just a few months, but dude, I would have 3-4 Locos, and it felt like I had a case of beer. Like I was done. I was destroyed.
Yeah, no,
And I
Four
could drink a
Locos
lot,
were
man. I
like
could
heavy
drink a
duty
lot,
shit,
but
man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
those were bad news, man.
So they got the caffeine away and everything. So yeah, these beasts, they don't have any there's nothing bad in it. It's a hard seltzer. It's a mean green, has the flavors of an original Monster. My buddy has a variety pack and he says the peach tastes just like peach rings Candyman, and he loves it. He's like the peach is his favorite. So I would maybe try a variety pack, but I was very picky. I like my mean green, man. I like the original flavor, and
Yeah, me too.
good.
Besides that, what is that your favorite energy drink?
I liked Bang. So when Bang came out, I
Okay.
really enjoyed cotton candy Bang drinks, and I think they even have an alcoholic line going right now.
I did try those. I didn't enjoy those as much. For me, it's always been a toss up between the original Green Monster and the original Rock Stars. Like none of the alternative
Well, dude,
flavors.
if you love those original Monsters, you would love Mean Green Beast. You really would. I highly recommend you try
Now,
it out.
is that alcohol, caffeine, both, or neither?
No, there's no energy. There's no energy in
Okay.
this. There's alcohol in it, 6% alcohol. But
So basically, it's a Mountain Dew flavored alcoholic beverage.
yeah, monster flavored
Okay.
alcoholic beverage. Yeah, that's
All
pretty
right.
much what it is.
No,
It's dangerous,
because I'm
dude.
trying to cut the
Dangerous, man.
carbs, not just for the weight, which I have been losing, by the way.
This is low in
Um,
carbs. They talked about that. I
okay, well,
forget.
define low, okay?
Low.
Because this
There it
has
goes. I'm gonna look
0
it up now
sugar in
for you.
it. So,
Oh,
yeah.
there's no.
Sean's
There,
saying
oh,
it's dangerous.
there's
I
also
shouldn't
no
screw with
sugar
it.
in this. There's no sugar in this. Also,
Okay, this is 4.8
Um,
alcohol on these.
Well, those are 6, and Sean's saying that you don't even taste the alcohol. So
yeah. So the carbs in a beast drink are 3.
I
3
can't
grams.
find
3
those.
grams.
That's not bad then.
Hell no, dude. 130 calories. No sugar. No energy. Just 6% alcohol.
I
No
can't
sugar.
read
Yeah,
how
dude.
much carbs is on this, but I'm pretty sure it's very damn low.
You
All
would
right,
be
well, I'll try next time.
shocked, dude. You would absolutely be shocked. So that's my
I'll
alcohol. That's
try
my
it.
alcohol segment.
Well, this is mine. There you go.
Nice.
my alcohol segment starts on Friday on
Nice.
my show. Other than that, like usually during the week, I don't. I'm
I
not
mean,
like
this is my main
a heavy
show, so
drinker.
I get to.
Yeah.
All right, so we talked about those games. Let's go. I think we've hit all the VR content we had so far. Was there anything you think we need to add to talk about really fast here?
We had
Best
some-
Just,
accessories, best game.
Nah, I really, you know what? Honestly, my thing of doing so much VR content on my channel at the time when I wasn't doing my Friday show was I finally found that I could present it in the best form possible. Where for years
Oh,
I've been
there.
trying to on my channel, but it's always been terrible. So the PSVR 2 really lets me show people VR, and my goal was just to introduce new people to it, and I've done that. I've gotten a bunch of new people into VR that thank me all the time, that some of them have become like VR nuts now, like that it's all they play.
Well, even just you right
So-
now, dude. You're talking right now in a VR headset, and I guarantee you, people
Yeah.
who don't have a Quest 3 are like, "What is Brooklyn doing talking right now? How is he able to see what's going on in the show? How's this?" So, guarantee you, you're helping other people get in the VR world, also, man. Right?
Yeah, and
now.
I'm saying
It takes more than one hand for me to count the number of people who have said, just watching you and Sean, I had to get a Quest 3. And we're not all in like you are. We just talk about it every few shows and things like
I'm breaking up families, Goofy. What's saying?
But countless people have told me, you're the reason I bought this, and
It
thank
is.
you.
It is.
That's
Bordello,
what
it is.
you said. You do most of your stuff PSVR 2 when you stream.
PSVR 2, when I'm streaming, I do try to stream from the Quest. That is the one downside of MetaQuest is it's trying to stream directly to YouTube. You have to kind of like
Can I
set
give you a
up.
clue? Do you,
There's,
have, do you have any capture card at all? Do you even have the Elgato?
I do, yeah.
Okay. Why don't you have a Google
Chrome right
Chromecast?
into the
Yes.
capture card. Here's how I do it, Rascal. I have
Okay.
XSplit, and instead of even bringing up a browser screen and then copying that,
Yep, I don't do that.
I have the address right into XSplit. It's all ready to go, and then
Okay.
I just stream right to XSplit. But it still doesn't give the frames per second, and
Really?
it still
Okay.
doesn't give the perspective. It's really technically when you're streaming from the Quest, it's only showing your vision what you see from
In
one
2D.
eye,
Yeah.
and then you're zooming in on the screen because it wants to do it in like your cell phone, format. It doesn't want to do it in widescreen. So you actually have to click that option. And the way it does is it zooms in on the image to do it.
Even to a Chromecast, because we've
Yes.
casted our
100%.
Chromecast to a TV to watch each other play games and stuff.
Yeah. If you see the original video, it's always it's from one lens, you choose left or right, and it's just in the vertical format.
Okay.
And then I don't want to stream that way, so I go widescreen and then it zooms in on the image. That's fine. It's cool. I can bump up the frames per second through XSplit. It does whatever, the best job it can. But nothing like the PS5. PS5, that thing is going directly. I have it plugged directly into a 1 gig router. So I stream in 1080p at 60 frames per second, and it's not just one eye. of the VR. It's giving you a very widescreen view of the action. So I always choose that for my YouTube streaming.
Nice. And I got to ask
What
this.
about that
ahead.
Wi-Fi air bridge, the VR air bridge?
I hear
Have you
that's
tried
really
that
good.
yet?
No, but I hear it's seamless. Like once you
I've
have
heard
that
that's
set up.
great. It's basically almost a dedicated Wi-Fi network
Yeah.
just for your VR headset to talk to everything else that, God willing, is wired to your network.
Yeah. And I'm also in the Meta's beta program for YouTube streaming. So a lot of people won't see this on their headsets now, but I see it. You have cast, and then I have a feature on mine that says go live. When you do
I'm not
that,
sure I've seen that one. Okay, cool.
no, you have to be in the program to have that.
Help me
What
how to
it
do
does
that.
is it allows you to put a YouTube chat screen in a box,
Okay.
below you, left, right, or above you. But it's still not there yet. Like it doesn't, for some reason, like the stream has to be going for a while before it even notices that there's a chat. Like even though my stream is live, I have to keep coming back up here and starting over to get the chat room to engage. But they don't do it like opaque where you just see the words. So you got a box floating around, and wherever you put it, it's always a distraction. It's always
Yeah.
blocking something
Yeah,
in your view, and
I
it
get that.
breaks the immersion. I just wanted to see words popping up like closed caption. Let the words be there so I can.
Yeah, no
Or
box,
just-
no nothing. Just let it be like a transparent GIF kind of text just floating there.
Yeah, or just do what PlayStation does built in. I have text to speech. Someone types something in the chat room, I hear it in my headset, and I have a conversation with them.
Do you know who's saying it though? Like you hear the text.
I've pretty much, the people that are regulars that show up, they already know sometimes to just say who it is saying it because they know I can't.
I gotta mess with you.
comments. But what's funny is like I was interacting with someone on a recent one, and then when I went back, I didn't know who it was, and it wound up being one of my favorite VR streamers.
Oh,
I was like, oh, he's like, I finally caught one of your lives. And I love watching this guy's show. His channel is called All That Malarkey. And he does great VR content where he brings his friends to his house and has them play a PlayStation VR 2 game. And then he sits down and interviews them about it.
Oh, nice.
And it's really
Nice.
good. He does a really good job with his channel. I always watch it. And he popped in on one of my streams, which was cool.
Cool.
Here's the last piece I didn't know I wanted to do or think I should do because of
You're gonna
copyright
show it?
infringement.
Go
I'm
ahead.
going to show a little bit.
Uh-oh.
All right, so show of hands on the panel here. Who likes Metallica? Okay. So many of you have heard me talk about Supernatural. Have you tried it yet, Brooklyn?
I haven't tried Supernatural yet.
It's fun, dude. It's good.
This Monday, the artist series of workouts featuring Metallica came out on Supernatural. I did this Monday morning, 32-minute workout. And of course, let's end this 32-minute workout with Master of Puppets.
Good album.
So I'm going out on a legal limb here. This show will either never receive revenue, no matter if I hit 1,000 subs, or I'll be deleting this segment, to save myself. But here is what they call the flow or saber workout of Metallica
This is cool.
in Supernatural. Audio okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
You didn't think we were gonna do a Metallica workout. And
Now
not
that's a
finish
that's a
with Master
coach
of
talking
Puppets.
to you.
Like,
Yes.
That's wild. We're going on a journey right now together, my friend.
If anybody thinks Beat Saber is a workout, they have not tried Supernatural. Now those triangles, you have to keep your head below the peak.
Inhale as you
So you're
rise,
squatting,
slice
you're
the target.
leaning, all sorts of stuff.
It's a workout. I can tell just by when you're saying that.
This song is gonna feel like it is
Yep, and if
chasing
you
us
watch
down.
some of these targets, there'll be tails trailing behind them. You're supposed to follow those in terms of wielding your saber in circular motions.
Breathe.
Yeah, she said that, and I was like, "Oh shit, you're right. I'm holding my breath."
Yeah, I can't even. There's no way in hell, dude. I don't know how.
This is medium intensity.
I don't understand.
Well, you've tried a medium intensity before.
I love DDR, and I'm really good at DDR, but this is
Look
just
at how high
tough.
we are right now. Think about how far we've
Like
come already.
figuring out what
This is
direction
just our
the next
victory
thing's coming at you.
celebration. We're gonna
Now, the
do
other
a
cool
couple
thing
rounds,
is, look at
celebrating
the
how
scenery
strong we
around you
are,
at
how
Brooklyn.
resilient we are.
You're sitting here working out
Smashing
in the
targets
coolest
along the
places
way.
in the world.
Does Yar's Yelrick pop up at the end saying,
Yeah,
"You'll hear from my lawyer"?
yeah.
Did he just say
Real life
obey your
cancer.
Napster?
Who said you can
That's
work
what
out to
Bobby
our
said.
music?
Yeah, so let me
Big strikes right here.
skip around.
Just easing off of the gas for a
So,
minute.
little slow down. But as you can see, you're squatting, you're standing,
In
you're
endurance work, we
leaning,
conserve our energy
and
where we
some of
can.
these motions, you got to follow the path to have the best strike.
Nice try, Illuminati.
Big prize.
Yeah, confirm, Sean.
See here.
And I did.
Yeah, rascal. We see the hidden signs.
Yeah, but I mean, look how fast this is, and this is what we call medium intensity
You see
in
yourself
this
That's
doing
crazy.
well in these
workout.
workouts. And you
So
start to
many
test
people
your
tell me,
capacity.
how does this differ
areas.
from
I gotta
Beat
see
Saber?
that. You gotta make a clip.
Life gets bigger
Saying
and
spirits.
bigger and bigger.
This
I do this
is
with
how
mine.
it differs from Beat Saber. Not only, and by the way, when you see your head turning there, you're physically turning 360
Yeah.
in your
So
room.
with less than
I
a
thought that
minute
was
on our
really cool.
clock,
Right now,
we
I just
recommit
turned
to our finish line.
30 degrees to look at that portal. The only way you know where the hell you are is by looking down at that workout mat beneath you. There's so many times I've been halfway through a song and I have no idea that I've already turned 180 degrees and I'm staring at the back of my house.
Yep.
Put it in these
Is this only temporary or is this Metallica pack
No, but
permanent?
no, Metallica licensed these
Get your hit, all
playlists
gas, no brakes.
for Supernatural. They have a boxing and they have a saber like this. So this is the saber workout.
Eyes up, eyes up.
Yeah.
Dude, what's your
But
battery?
as you
at? I gotta
heard,
know,
not
bro.
only do you hear the cool music,
My
you got
battery?
the cool scenery, but you've also got the coach literally coaching you throughout the whole song and, giving you motivation, or in some cases, hey, when this song came out, I was this and that, and relating to you.
It's cool they talked to you in the beginning, and there's a lot of talk about with the coaches.
Same I'm at 47%. And I don't
Wow.
even think my backup is engaged. Let me just plug
No,
this in.
I mean that's still good, man.
Nope.
You've been with us for a while, so
It just went up to 97 as soon as I
what?
unplugged and plugged.
That's what I hate
the,
about that. Sometimes you got to
extended.
unplug it and plug it back
Yeah.
into register.
I knew it wasn't registered because you don't. If it's registered, you see two
You
batteries.
see two batteries instead of one.
Yeah, and I only saw one.
Wow.
Because usually what it does is
I
it'll
need
use it'll use the alternate battery first before the headset battery. Is
I
how
need
that
that.
works.
I need that.
Now the cool thing about Supernatural is they, after you do that workout, they'll tell you what the playlist was on Spotify. So let me see. Sean has seen these before.
Oh,
when
they
I've
had a
posted
Nightmare
this.
Before Christmas.
That one was
That's
killer.
Really cool.
That was really all right. So let me look at me. I posted something yesterday, and
If you haven't
find
tried it
that.
out, Brooklyn, maybe I don't know if Rascal still has some.
I've got 5 free passes every month.
There you go, dude.
So I
Yeah,
can
I'll
give
definitely try it out.
anybody who wants it, I can hook you up with a link for a 30-day pass, and you try it for 30 days. They are going to ask you for a credit card. I'm not going to lie. You will be asked up front for your credit card.
Okay, yeah, there's
It's a
lot.
$10
Like
a
other
month
trials.
subscription or $100 a year. And, the benefit to you, you get 30 days for free. Benefit to me, I'll get $30. So here I posted, the workout. Picture me after I'm done. My stats on that. Literally, there were 4,400 targets to hit
Wow.
in that workout.
Did
I
she
hit
ever call you a
43.28. Huh?
Did the coach ever call you a stud or no? That's a good.
Leanne gave me props on this.
Nice.
Here's the workout. It was Wherever I May Roam,
Yes,
King
Richard
Nothing,
yes.
Of Wolf and Man, Too Far Gone, and Master of Puppets. And they give you the frigging link right there to listen to it later on Spotify. And what I do every time on my workouts, let me see if I did it on this one. Yep, I go ahead and post the link to the Spotify playlist. So you can go right to Spotify and look at listen to the songs you just listened to in that workout. So, and, Sean was asking, do the, the coaches respond to me? Let me see here. Share this tab. This could get dangerous, folks.
Oh, I see. Yeah, they respond to you on your Facebook comments.
Yeah, so that was, okay, so I posted this one to Mark, the coach. No, that was not there. Why does this not show you where you posted somewhere else? I want to see where I posted in the group itself. So here's the group, people all getting motivated with each other, blah, blah, blah. I think this is where I stole that actual video that I just showed you guys.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean, people just sit here and, share what they're doing.
That's
you
cool,
get
man.
friends.
Motivation. Good
You
stuff.
get friends in this, and they become inside your headset in your leaderboard, and you give each other kudos and stuff like that. Really good environment. Like I
The
said,
guy in the bottom right might have been sharing a little bit too much.
I know.
he was.
Dude, we get it. You're working out.
Great workout.
You could just
Let me
explain
tell you,
to us
I've
that
been
you're
doing
looking
this right now at least 3 to 4 days a week. I want to say 5 months. I am 207 today. When I started this, I was 223. So this is one of the things I
work
do
out hard, man. I know.
during my days
Yeah.
to burn some extra calories. For a guy that works at home, this is
It's a fun
great
way to work out.
to burn calories. I've been out on a treadmill. I'm not going out for a walk. Where I live, by the way, there are coyotes. So, I can't walk at night and not fear for my life.
I mean, that's extra calories burned running from coyotes.
Running from coyotes. Yeah. That or I could just do what I used to do and use the Zombies Run app on my phone, where all of a sudden you're listening to your music and then zombies are chasing you and you gotta haul ass. Which, by the way, is a great
VR headset
running
on
app.
and turn those coyotes into zombies. Start running.
I've tried to explain to my wife that you can actually work out in VR, but she's just not buying it. And
Dude,
she won't even listen to me.
I mean, just play Beat Saber will make you sweat if you play Beat Saber.
Anything.
But then again, you do what I just showed
whatever.
you. You do that for 32 fracking minutes, you're going to be sweating. Again, that's medium. You can start out on low intensity. They even have a cool little 5-day program to work you from being low intensity to medium.
That's perfect too.
Okay,
Or for
walk
walking
and
or
wear a
full
full
suit
suit
of
of armor. Yeah,
armor,
that'll definitely burn some calories. Yeah, no.
Coyote run.
That's why I take my dog with me and my gun.
The last time I got
Boxing
my wife,
games too. Exactly. Boxing games. Like
There's boxing in this. I didn't show you, but
Yeah.
Metallica also has a boxing workout.
that's cool.
And again, it's 30 minutes. And your boxing in this is not just jabs.
oh
Your-
no, dude. There's
your uppercuts,
cool. There's
You are crosses, your blocks, and you're bobbing and
Yeah.
weaving through these things.
So
So again,
it's a
that is
workout,
also
man.
a full workout.
It's fun.
They even add things. You know how the Quest can see your hands and stuff, Brooklyn?
Mm-hmm.
Well, they have it's called knee strikes. So something comes at you, you have to actually kick your knee up to hit that target, and it catches that. So not only are you squatting, you're leaning, you're lunging, you're either boxing or doing sabers, you're doing knee strikes, and you ever seen if you haven't played football before, you ever see a scrimmage line where they're just sitting there running in place really fast?
Yeah.
They call that fast feet. They have that in the game as well. And some of those, you saw those targets coming at you, you really saw you doing double strikes like this and this. That's that guy that's sitting there holding those ropes, doing the ropes.
Yeah. Yep.
That's what you're doing. And so total workout, whether you do the sabers, they call it flow, or boxing. They also have meditation, and I think one other thing you could do inside the game. Totally worth it for the price at $10 a month if you do use it at least 3 times a week. So I
If you
Again.
if you play Pistol Whip correctly, you
Yeah.
get a crazy workout in that game too because it does the same thing while you're shooting.
yeah.
Man, like
Any movie, yeah, man,
I've gotten
any
to the
movie.
point where I've almost sweated myself out of the VR headset playing Pistol Whip.
Oh God, if I didn't have the the different facial interface, the silicone one, I would have soaked that damn thing, the
Yeah,
regular
you
facial
really get a
interface,
workout.
playing that Metallica workout. And again, one other cool thing about it is they have various times. So you can go ahead and say, I want low intensity, a flow workout, and I only want it for less than 15 minutes. You'll find a whole bunch of workouts, whether they be pop, rock, disco, or metal, and you'll do it. So it's really flexible. I'm trying to think. I used to have a link here. Let me see if I can find it. I'm not going
Here you
to
go.
find it.
How do you keep the lenses from fogging up?
Some of the aftermarkets they'll have little grates in the plastic part to kind of vent a little bit.
Well, that's actually one of the reasons that is there on the Quest 3 is to, because right here is where you usually get your fogging on glasses when you wear them. I can show you mine right now. If you look right there,
You're
I
fogged
have
up. I see
fogging
the
here and
fogged
here.
Up, yep.
That happens in VR too, because that's on there. That's one of the reasons why Meta left that gap there. People complain, why is that gap there? That's one of the reasons is ventilation, so you don't fog up your lenses. And if you are having a problem with the lenses fogging up, your facial interface has 4 distance options from the actual
Yeah.
front.
Yep.
I went to the closest one like a maniac.
I've got long eyelashes. On the closest one,
See you,
my
Sacro.
eyelashes
Thanks for coming
touch the
by.
lens. Good to see you, Sacro. Also, I'm using right now the Zenny lenses in mine because I wear glasses, as you guys can obviously
Yeah, you can't
see.
do them with the aftermarket lenses. They're too close.
So, well, with the aftermarket lenses, I push out my facial interface to the 3rd dot. So I'm not that close. I've also got 2 other sets of lenses on the way, the ones that use the magnetic connectors,
the ones
VR
I got.
Rock and VR Wave,
VR Wave.
are both sending me units to evaluate. So I'll be
Tell
showing
me how you
those
like the
soon.
Wave because I bought them on the Black Friday sale I got for the PSVR 2 and the Meta 3.
Mhm.
And I don't know. I didn't get prescription ones. I got clear ones, and I got them more as I just bought the ones that had the glare free
The blue
coating
blocker?
on them. I didn't get the blue
Oh,
blocker.
Oh, just,
I got
just
the
use
glare
that
free
glare?
That will
coating.
do it, man. That will do it.
And I didn't use them. Like I couldn't put my VR headset on in the way I was accustomed to because they stick out kind of far.
Okay.
But you'll see. You'll have something to compare it to because you mess with the Zenny lenses.
I've got the Zennies, and the Zennies actually like push in to the existing lenses.
I was just afraid to push them on to the on the PSVR 2. The way they designed it, it basically goes over almost like a cap. But you know how like these Meta 3 lenses are, like there almost looks like there's no space to attach it to.
Though there
And I
actually
just-
is. I mean, if
didn't
you
want-
tried a Zenny inside your MetaQuest 3,
Yeah.
there's actually almost a lip on the inside where that lens is right here, where it just clips into it and it just snaps in. It looks like there's no room for it, but it literally has an inner lip that the Zenny lenses just
Yeah, that they
snap
grab.
into securely and very easy to take off too. For those of you who don't know, go ahead and watch my video on the Zenny prescription lenses.
Yes. The official.
But yeah, I'm looking. By the way, that's actually the official video. Zenny
It
has
is.
my video on their website. If you don't know that, so thank you, Zenny, for going ahead and sponsoring that video. And well, you didn't sponsor the video. You actually bought that video for a year. Thank you, Zenny. Why are you laughing?
Someone buy one of my videos. Damn it.
Dude, I'm gonna say God bless. That was the luckiest thing that ever happened to me in my
that
life. I paid for my Zenny, lenses on day one. I got them. I used them, and I did a video. And Zenny liked it so much, they said, "Can we please have the rights to that for a year?" And hey, it's been a great relationship.
Maybe Bulletstorm will hit me up.
There you go.
Dude, that game is awesome.
You just keep promoting that game, brother.
Keep playing this for a year. You can't play anything else. Just play.
Yeah, and I use my Zennies every day. As you see, I wear glasses to do this stream. I wear my Zennies in that headset. I wore them last night when I was playing Walkabout Golf. And I see perfectly by doing the Zennies inside that. Another thing that's great, by the way, and I don't know if you've worked with this, Brooklyn, that little thumb dial there on the left, which is your pupil distance, they call it. That's the PD. Right now, it starts off at 63, 64, but you can pump that up or down. If you do wear glasses, make sure you ask your optician or the people who've got your prescription, what is your pupil distance? Because that's the exact number, I think it's in millimeters, that little thumb wheel that's down there. Can you touch where that's at, Brooklyn?
Yeah, sure. Right here.
So right there is a little, it's on the other side, isn't it? It's on the other
I
side.
never even use it.
Yes, there's a thumb wheel by your
it's right here.
left thumb.
This is the
It's right
volume
there.
up and down.
Yep, that's your volume. But where he's rolling that right now, as he sees the overlay, he can go ahead and see the actual distance that the lenses themselves are moving in and
They
out.
move them out or in.
Back in the MetaQuest 2, by the way, there were only 3 settings for that.
Yeah,
Out,
they did
middle,
weird.
in.
You had to grab the lenses and snap them.
Yeah,
Some
you
people had
actually
to
snap
actually
them
get
in.
them
It's
halfway
weird.
in between to get their
Yep.
IPD. But I could tell you this, on the Meta 3, these freaking pancake lenses are so clear all around that I've never even had to touch it. On my
It mostly-
PSVR 2, I have
I
to
didn't
adjust
either.
it a lot.
Yeah, dude.
It's
I didn't
mostly
either.
for folks who have lens inserts. If you have a lens insert, your inner pupil distance makes a big difference. So that's where, for me, I went and got my script the other day, and I said, "What's my pupil distance?" She goes, "It's 65." And sure enough, I was actually at 64. So I was close. But if you know that from your eyeglass prescription, if you ask, they'll tell you, and you can tune that in, and that gives you the actual best use of your VR prescription lenses in your VR unit. So you don't wear glasses, so I had to say that, okay?
Should shoot a video rolling up to an eye doctor appointment like this.
Yes. Do
Well,
it.
it's funny
Just
because-
that's great.
Never take them off. I'm like, hold on.
These glasses I'm wearing right
Dude,
now,
you got to.
these are not the same script that I use in game, because by the way, for those of you considering VR and you wear glasses, let me kind of give you the skinny on this. If you wear glasses that are set for 20/20 distance, like for driving, they may or may not be what you use, like what I do for here on a computer. I have 2 screens that are about 20 inches in front of me. I have glasses that have a different prescription set for this distance. So I told the doctor, I stare at a computer screen at this distance for 9 hours a day, sometimes 12, and I sit there in front of arcade machines and pinball machines. My distance glasses don't work. Well, he said, bifocals aren't for you, Scott. Because if I wore bifocals, I'd be doing this right now to look at the computers. I'd be looking up, because that's how bifocals work. The bottom half are one distance, the top are another. So he said, Scott, just wear different glasses for computers and for your arcade work. And then for your distance, for driving, you have those glasses. Cool, great idea.
Yeah.
How does that affect VR, sir? That's a good question, because right now, Brooklyn, you've got near 20/20 vision, right? Yourself.
Well, I wear contact lenses.
Okay.
I wear glasses as well, but I don't like wearing them in VR. It's annoying.
That's a great point. So you wear contacts, and your contacts give you 20/20 vision, right?
Yeah, I would assume so if I
Okay.
ever took them out.
So he has 20/20 vision, like somebody who does not wear glasses because of the contacts. he can put on a Quest 3 and he sees clearly.
Yes.
For somebody like me that has to wear glasses to drive or different glasses for daily computer use, what you want to do if you're going to get VR prescription lenses is get the ones for your distance vision, because a Quest 3 or any VR headset is assuming you're walking in with 20/20 vision. It could be natural 20/20 vision like Sean has.
Yes.
It could be 20/20 vision via contacts like Brooklyn has. Or in my case, to have 20/20 vision, I have to wear glasses. So you have two choices. Your first choice, take that VR headset interface, push it out to 3 or 4 notches, and wear your glasses. Whatever glasses you need to drive, you wear those. Just add a little distance because of that change in the VR interface. Actually, let me show you that. Because I happen to have a VR interface here. If you look inside, can I get that? Okay, right about here are 4 actual dots. One is white. And pushing this lever right here, this little button, you can push this facial interface out several millimeters to accommodate your glasses. If I push that button, let me see if you can hear it click as I do it. Yeah, it's a pain in the ass. Oh, you hear that shifting?
No.
Yeah, microphone. Okay, there are 4 dots in there, and you can change the distance that your face is from the built-in
Distance,
lenses.
yeah. That's
So
new
if
to
you
the Quest 3.
if you're wearing glasses, that is one of the coolest things that Meta did for the Quest 3 is give you that optical distance. Because in the past, they gave you a 3 millimeter ring.
Like a piece, yeah.
Yeah, it was a spacer. It was a 3 millimeter spacer they gave you to go between the original facial interface and the Quest 2, and it's the device itself. Here they give the option to use 4 different distances from the Quest 3 via the facial interface. Hence why it actually has that cool name, facial interface. But again, if you want to get prescription lenses like I did from Zenny or other manufacturers, you must use your 20/20 prescription. So if you wear bifocals, you need to know what your distance is on the top part to go ahead and order your lenses. So that way, when you put on the headset with those lenses inside, it's assumed 20/20 vision. Because even though those pancake lenses in the Quest 3 are what? About that far, from your eyeballs right now, Brooklyn, about 2 inches, maybe 1.5 inches. No, they're
Mine
actually
might
closer.
even be closer. I
They're
can
a lot
almost
closer
feel
because my eyelashes hit
touching.
them.
Half an inch. Yeah.
Yeah, you're about a 1/2 inch away from those lenses. And people have asked me, well, if I'm that close to the lens, what prescription do I use? No. Any virtual reality headset assumes you're walking in with 20/20 vision. So if you've got a different prescription to drive, that's the prescription you want to use to order your VR lenses. That's kind of talked about in my video, but not in this detail. And since we're talking VR, I wanted to make sure that was covered.
Brad's one of the new people that I got into VR. He started watching my live streams, watched them for a while. And
As
I
in
just told him
Papa Brad?
Yeah, I told Brad, hold out for the Meta 3. Just hold out. I think that is going to be, like, for someone that's never done VR before, that's going to just blow your mind. And he held out, and we all pre-ordered them.
Nice.
And I've considered doing that because I can wear contacts at my age, and I'm 56, by the way, guys, and I can see perfectly in distance. However, if I had contacts in right now, the 2 monitors in front of me that are 20 inches in front of my face would look like hieroglyphs. I would not be able to see them. If I was to wear a single set of glasses, they'd be bifocals. But that's why I changed my glasses out, because if I'm sitting at my desk, I don't need to give a shit about what's 50 feet that way. I just need to see this clearly. And why should I tilt my head up and down like you see people with bifocals reading a book to see my computers?
Yeah.
So that's what I do. If I was to wear contacts right now, I could walk right into my VR headset with no VR lens inserts and be perfect because I have no reason to see anything close when the VR goggles are half an inch in front of my face. As long as I'd be wearing contacts, I'd be flawless. To me, it's easier to put in those two quick lenses inside the Quest 3 than it is for me to put in my two contacts, which, by the way, I have no problem with contacts. I can literally sit right here and touch my eyeball for 10 seconds with no problem. Many people have problem with contacts. I don't. But to put them in for a 30-minute workout or a 1-hour game and then take them back out, it's easier for you to pop in VR lenses. That's my take on it. Your mileage may vary.
Exactly, Papa Brad. Exactly. You cannot explain VR to anybody unless you actually try it. Like, it was a mind-blowing experience going into the PlayStation when they first started their VR. I think that was my first experience. I went into into that, and it was wild, dude. It was the shark. Like, you were in a tank, and the shark was circling you and all that stuff, dude.
And then it starts breaking through. I
Yep.
put my dad in that. He freaked
me out. So I knew from that day on, things were just going to get even more incredible. And look where we are, dude. The Quest 3 is just nuts.
Let me answer this one to our boy Polo. Hollywood, I have not watched it yet. It's on my list to watch on Netflix. It looks extremely interesting. It's one of those things that I really wanted to watch it. I had so many things to watch. And then when I heard that the show got canceled after a couple of seasons, it kind of falls lower on my priority list. But it is on my list. So thank you for giving me the heads up on it. And before we go to other games, we totally have not talked about the usual things. By the way, guys, LilAlien still has a giveaway for us. So we've passed our 2-hour mark. Let's hit the last things. First, I want to go ahead before we talk about the rest of the stuff we've been playing. We've talked about most of it. Is 1,000 subscriber giveaway for the channel. Papa Brad, hold on, hit that up there right there. Yeah, Sean, you hit it.
Boom.
My hands are off. $5 super chat from Papa Brad. Thank you for streaming. All these types of gaming are fun. The iArcadians were all about having fun in gaming. You know what? We take that a little bit further on this show. We just want to have fun. I don't care if it's gaming or if it's watching TV or things like that. And Vader goes ahead and gives us props there. Lock and Key was good. All right, I'm off there. So I want to go ahead and talk about that 1,000 subscribers.
Thanks,
we are currently at what are we at right now, Sean?
We had 175 to go. 175.
That's
what somebody said. Let's see, because we were at 823 this morning. We are currently at 824. So 176 subs to go to get to 1,000.
It went. Wait.
Somebody was wrong. And so what happens at 1,000? Well, at first, Bobby Vu, to die for, stepped up and said, Killer Instinct Cab, new in box when Rascal hits 1,000 subs on the channel. All you got to do is pay shipping. That was great, man. I mean, that right there is worth the price of admission.
Dude. I mean,
for $20, I'll take my shirt off,
that.
Okay?
Take my hat off. I'll do that. There you go.
By the way, that was pretty cool of Sean because any super chat you go to the channel first, and we have never made a profit for me to share with Sean. So we're rocking a almost do-rag. The do-rag for me covers the whole head.
There,
so you're doing more of a bandana.
Keep my hat off, dude. There.
You're doing bandana and hat. Look at him. This dude.
Boom.
By the way, I only take my shirt off for $100. Ask Joel.
Okay. I take mine off for free.
Thanks, brother.
Not on my show, you old bitch. I'm going to make some money off of you, okay?
He's a good dude.
On my show,
thanks.
I'm the pimp, all right?
Brett Michaels. Yeah, dude.
No. I've seen, by the way, I knew Brett back in the 90s, and I've met Brett in the last 10 years. He is no Brett Michaels, okay?
What?
All right? No, you've got some serious hair. All right.
Okay.
Brett ain't got it. Brett wears for him it's a do rag. He doesn't wear a bandana. He rocks a do rag for a reason. Love you to death, Brett. I really do, and don't hate me, but let's just face it. Okay.
Thanks, Joel. Thank you, Joel.
Shit, Joel. There you go, man. All right. So, and then speaking of Joel from Retro Lizards Custom Arcade said, dude, I want to offer up a light gun box. And when I first talked about this light gun box, I didn't know exactly what we're talking about. I thought it was one of those cool hard drives that Joel sends you.
I believe it. Brooklyn. Wait. Where'd it go?
Hey, Brooklyn,
Oh, yeah,
hand check. Hand check. Where are the hands? There you go. All right. Okay. So
Took him a while. Took him.
It did. It really did. And I'm a little bit scared about that. Yeah. Why does he have a box of tissues next to him?
Hey,
I don't want to
what?
know. All right. So it's funny that I mentioned this because I initially did the promo video about the giveaways, and I thought
fine.
Joel was just giving away the hard drive, the same thing he gave me. No, this is what Joel is giving for our 1,000 subscribers. It's an actual computer already with the SSD installed, power supply, locked, cocked, and ready to rock. You just supply the light guns and a screen, and that's what you got. So this is coming from Joel from Retro Lizards Arcade at 1,000 subs.
Hold on, Papa Brad. You guys are legit. 5 more. Thank you, bro. Woo!
Cheers, bro. Thank you, Brad.
Thank you.
And yes, you do have to update the website, Joel, just saying. So after that, I originally said, hey, dudes, I'm going to give away just for any given show where we have a 100 viewers at one given time. By the way, we only average 25. If we hit 100 subs or 100 viewers on any given live show, I'm giving away $100 in Amazon gift cards. That would be 10 gift cards, $10 each, multiple winners. Cool. And then lately, I think it was in the last 2 shows, 2 of our viewers have also added to this honeypot. Yes, it's a honeypot.
Holy crap, it's Brooklyn Menace. Hold on, look, he's here.
He is. Ritual Dello has offered up a charging dock for the Quest 2. This is the one made by Anchor. And it's very similar to the one that we showed earlier tonight for the Quest 3. But if you are still rocking a Quest 2, excuse me, I still have mine. I haven't sold it yet. This dock is awesome. So Ritual Dello offering up a Quest 2 charging dock. And then I think it was like 2 weeks ago or last week, Goofy Foot says his Big Blue is still in a box. And that box is going to come to one of our viewers on the show after 1,000 subs. You just pay shipping. By the way, today there was a deal. What was it, Sean? $300?
Yeah, it was, man. It's sold out. Well, I'd say it's sold out.
It was stayed about an hour or two.
It stayed up there, but like, yeah, dude, $300 for clearance. There was
Yeah.
nothing at my store. I hear it's some of the. It's definitely people's favorite Street Fighter cab. So that's why I was recommending it on a few Discords I go into. So $300, man. That was a
Well, you know what? If we get to 1,000 subs and you're on this show, after the 1,000 subs, we're giving away a Big Blue in the box, courtesy of Goofy Foot. And probably
yeah.
Gidget. Hi, Gidget. For just the cost of shipping. Go back up there. Danny has got a question for me. Danny, yes, I do rock the Elgato Wave 3, and I'm staring at the gain right now. I keep it at 3. I used to keep it at 4. I felt that was too hot. I've dialed it down to 3. The boys and girls are telling me this sounds good right now. So I keep it on 3, and when we're doing StreamYard like we are right now, I do not set auto gain on the mic. I keep my gain, fixed, and I set it to 3 here on the mic. And last but not least, I do have my headset plugged directly into the mic, Danny, and I use that for monitoring. Right now, I'm actually hearing a slight probably 30 millisecond echo, but at least I can tell what's coming straight from my mic and what is coming out to the stream. So there you go, Danny. Happy to answer any questions. Feel free to reach out. So that is all the giveaways for 1,000 subs. If I did the math in my head, we've long passed the $1,000 giveaway.
Yeah,
for
dude.
that.
Definitely. It's this unexpected thing saying, hey, take this, take this, take this. Hey, we appreciate it all. Definitely
We totally love it. And by the way, before we do anything else on the show, since you guys have stuck with us over 2 hours already, let's do that giveaway. What do you guys think?
Yeah, let's do it, man.
And by the way, shout out to Cornercade for joining us here inside. And Danny, if it's just you, please say hi to Katie for me. And giveaway tonight. What are we giving away, Sean?
Something badass, man. It's the
Do you
Amber
still
deck.
have
It's the
yours
Amber deck
right
card.
there to show us?
I'll be right back.
You do that. So Sean actually purchased this same device from another company, and our boy LilAlien said, "You know what, Scott? I want to give something away, and what's so cool, in a certain price range? You're making her pizza. That's a good man." So I actually had some pizza roll-ups right before the show. So good guy making some pizza. Tell Katie Rascal says hi. And good to have you here in the chat, Danny. So Sean bought an Ambernick, what do you call it, the ARC-S. Let me go full screen on this. Here. Oh, let me show yours. And where are you? And there you go. Looks very similar to the picture I'm showing.
So,
same exact
guys,
damn
it
colors.
is so nice. If you appreciated the Nomad or just any game, especially Sega Genesis games that have 6 buttons, this feels so damn nice. This is one of my favorite handhelds. No joke. I have a few Ambernecks, and
Is that rechargeable or is that batteries?
This is rechargeable.
Okay, cool.
Yes, and I love it, man. When the power went out, that's why I said this is what kept me going.
I asked you about that. Did you have your
shit?
shit charged up?
Sure did. This plays great Sega Saturn. I would say Sega Saturn and down. It plays very well, but I really wanted this just for Sega Genesis, man. I wanted to play a lot of Sega games.
6 buttons is the way to go, too, man.
And I've had no problems at all. Absolutely love it. It's my favorite Amberneck. Like, whoever wins this, you're going to enjoy the hell out of it.
Awesome. So let me show what that's going to look like here. Let's see, where's that screen? There it is. So this doesn't say Ambernick on it, but it's the same damn thing. I mean, for love of God, look at the colors on the buttons. That's exactly what Sean had.
Scion, it didn't take me. I didn't charge it yet. I charged it once since I got it. I played it a long time when that power outage went out, and I didn't have to charge it yet. So it definitely has some great power life. Definitely has a good battery life.
I would love to have one of those as well. I think I'm putting that on my wish list. It's right about $100, guys.
And the screen, everything looks great, man. I have no complaints on this at all. It looks really damn good.
Does anything come on that memory card?
Yeah.
Yeah, this one, matter of fact, let me hit that down here, and it says 4,541 games.
Yeah. So
now, I'm sure, like most, handhelds you get, there's duplicates and there's shite.
Yep.
Yeah.
But, if there's 100 good games on there for $100, you got them for $1 a game.
Really, really damn good what they include. There's a big. It might be the complete. I'm not sure. I got to check my computer, but there's a ton of Sega games. Not many Sega Saturn games, but of course you could always load those on. You could load whatever the hell you want on any of the emulators on this. But again, guys, this is really nice. It's not going to play your Switch games, of course. Like, it's not going to play anything like really modern. But again, I want it for the Sega.
And that brings up a good point, Sean, because this review right here said it's not a touch screen. So this is a console. Is what this is.
Yep.
So if you've ever had, and Sean will probably show us later, if you've ever had a Sega Nomad, this is a great replacement for a Nomad.
It's thinner Nomad. It really is.
It's thinner, rechargeable Nomad.
Shows before, and it's great. I think that's why I appreciate it so much. I loved my Nomad. Absolutely love it. I still have it over there, and I like this more because it's thinner, and of course you just pop an SD card in there and pop in your favorite games.
Is
It's
it
great. It's a great
SD
time.
or is it TF? This one says TF. They even say that you have head-to-head
I have
playing.
What do I have in here? I don't know if I
So
can push that
big
out.
old 6-hour battery on that bad boy.
I can't even push them out.
IPS 4-inch screen. So we're going to go ahead and give this bad boy away. So let's go ahead and bring out the usual, where is it? Streaming, StreamYard giveaway tool. Bada bing, bada boob.
HDMI out. Yes.
Is it?
Yes, it is. No,
Guests of
yes,
the
right
show
here.
enter.
Yep. Here.
Yes, it says and HDMI. Yep.
Yep.
Online fighting, streaming, HDMI,
Yep.
5G, Wi-Fi, 4.2 version of Bluetooth.
See, and I
which is
thought
the
these
most
were two
current.
micro SDs down here. I could be wrong, but I thought that's what it looks like.
This is showing. It says a 128 GTF, and if I'm correct, TF cards are what the Sonys used to use. And I think that's who used to use TF cards the most. But this does say dual TF card expansion on this one. So this one looked exactly like yours. All right. So what is our hashtag for the giveaway, Brooklyn?
Oh boy.
No, Brooklyn. Go.
What's it gonna
Let's
be?
say hashtag VR.
There you go.
This has nothing to do
I
with
mean,
VR,
this was
but most of the show was
But
VR.
I've been in VR the entire show.
Yeah,
We've
you
been
have
talking
to
about
give
VR
him
the whole
credit.
show.
You have to give him credit for being in the headset.
And Galaga Guy,
God.
if you have your VR headset in pass-through mode, like Brooklyn has had all night, or as we like to say, Brooklyn, you can go ahead and do anything you want. Rebel, that was what I was going to do, was hashtag Sega. That's
Can I enter
the
this
hashtag I was
too?
going to choose.
Keeping home on the show.
All right, we got 11 entries so far.
Go ahead, Brooklyn Menace, go for it, dude.
I mean, I am a fan of the
You're
show.
a guest, man. You're just a guest.
He
dude.
called it. It's hashtag VR, babe.
All right. Can I play it while wearing my VR headset? Of course you can, Galaga Guy. Look at Brooklyn Menace tonight. He's just chilling and looking at the chats on
He's
the
doing all
screen,
sorts
like-
of things.
I was
You have
even
no
able
idea where
to
his hands
type.
are.
Hashtag VR.
Hashtag VR. I'm showing 18 entries so far, which is pretty strong. We currently have 25 viewers according to YouTube.
Come on, guys.
By the way, we still have at least another 15, 20 minutes of content, but I wanted to be nice to
Of
you
course,
viewers
man,
and get this
definitely.
thing away. It's been too long. Need to give it away. Give it away. Give it away now. All right, 18 in entries.
RB Wings. What up, buddy? Trev. Blue.
I don't even know who Blue is. Hi, Blue.
Everyone's stopping in now. Stopping in.
Let me scroll up here and see who I missed. Even
MSU
Danny from the
Rich
Corner
in the
Cane has
house.
entered the
MSU Rich
competition.
in the house.
We're at 19. I'm going to give it. Let me go to Steam Deck here. Oh,
Look at
Stream
Papa
Deck.
Brad. Look at Papa Brad here. Let's play it.
Timers. I'm hitting 30 more seconds on the timer. Let's play Atari while playing 18 holes of Walkabout Golf in VR. That sounds like a lot of work to me.
You're a boy, Blue.
All right, I've got 17 seconds left. We have 15 seconds or till we hit 20 in the giveaway. Give it away, give it away, give it away now. Been listening, playing pinball, and watching Peaky Blinders. But have you been playing Peaky Blinders in VPX? Because that is a great VPX table. Okay, the table is good, but the pup pack for Peaky Blinders is killer. So
It's also a VR action game.
VR now. Speaking of VR, it was hashtag VR. We have 19 entries out of a 26 live viewers right now. So let's go hashtag VR mother truckers.
Do it.
Boom.
Do it. Here we go. Who's gonna win? Who's gonna win?
The big wiener. Brooklyn, you entered, you son of a bitch.
Oh, it's Corner Cave.
Cornercade!
Congratulations.
Cornercade wins.
Won!
Danny, I don't know if you know how to find me, but here is how to get the hookup on this. Shoot me an email,
I'm not gonna
rascal@me.com. Or I think you and I have talked maybe on, no, actually it was in YouTube comments. So rascal@me.com,
better. I could go
or
with that.
find me
like
as
this
Scott Mahan.
That's a lot better.
No. You cannot do the let's go shit. I'm about
No,
to
that's
revoke
better,
your
though.
winner.
That's good.
That's a better one, though.
LFG?
Yeah, I'll go with LFG. LFG's a lot better.
Then
LG.
just his let's go.
Yeah.
Okay, because you guys did see the arcade one up thing where they took his statement about that.
No.
You didn't?
No.
Okay. Did you see the one where they picked on Danny about how many times he said "let's go" during the assembly of that cab? Oh,
But
you
it's
saw that
LF,
one,
but
but
it's
you didn't see the other one.
It's LFG. It's different. See,
Rascal, do you
LFG.
know I get blamed for being the person behind those videos, but I'm here tonight to tell everybody it is not me. I guarantee it.
All right. So, Danny, if you can find me on Discord, it's Rascal, or just email rascal@me.com.
LG is a banned word, but LFG is good.
Well, Danny, I will need your full name. I know your first name. I need your full name. I probably get it off Facebook, but yeah. I need your mailing address that I cannot get off Facebook. And that should be all I need. And then our boy, Jason. No, just email it to me. Unless you have a full, if you have Jason's contact info, go ahead and reach out directly to Jason. If not, you can go ahead and reach out to me, rascal@me.com, and I'll get that over to Jason, and he'll place the email.
Yeah,
All right.
congratulations.
Yeah,
Corner
you got
Cave.
to hook up with
Great
Jason,
win.
so just go straight at Jason. There
Cornercade
you
actually
go.
got a what was that? Legends Core Max sent to him. So he's hopefully he gets to enjoy that more than his one ups. Just saying, it's pretty cool.
Well, Danny,
And,
that's what you get for watching the show, man. So thank you for being a viewer. Glad you got a chance to
always
win
want it.
something.
It's really cool. It is
Danny,
really
the
cool.
only reason you won is because I entered. Because technically, if I didn't enter, the guy before you would have won.
Yeah, yep, that's true.
Yes. Now I didn't enter, and I want
You
that
owe
thing
me.
damn bad. So
That's true.
if I would have entered, Danny, that means it would have been one more person. I probably would have won, but I didn't. So you will love it. Sean loves that handheld to death.
Absolutely
So,
love this. Again,
I think he plays
here
that
it
more than he
is.
plays the Switch.
Hell yeah,
Actually,
I do,
he's
man.
got two
I do.
switches.
It's so good.
He's gonna enjoy that.
It
Wow,
really
coming with
is
like
so good,
4,000
man.
games too. Even if
It
it's a
feels
bunch
so
of
good.
like
It's thin.
the same
It's so
stuff.
nice. Yeah, man, you're gonna enjoy this. Really
Yeah,
nice.
Danny, let me know, and definitely go ahead on your next show. Talk about what you won on Rascal's Basement Arcade. Send us some viewers because we got those big giveaways happening at 1,000 subs, bro.
Rosatella.
So
Imagine if
You
this like
would've, man.
spirals him
You
and like
would've.
within a few weeks he stops playing his arcade one up, starts putting them all up for sale, and
Now
his
it's all-
entire
it's an
channel just becomes an
Amberneck.
Amberneck channel.
It's an Amberneck channel.
See?
Hey,
You-
they're
It
great.
all
dude.
started here tonight, people.
I can't say anything bad about them, man. I have 3 or 4, and I love them. They're so good. But
all right, so
this is
Sean,
my favorite.
you said you saw the Arcade What Up news that was picking on him saying "Let's go" during the whole assembly, right? You saw that one?
Yes.
All right. So I'm going to go ahead. Let me find their videos. I probably shouldn't do this. And sorry, Michael B., because you're also in this video.
Don't worry, it's fine. I give you permission to play it.
Oh, well, because you made it, I can do that now. So there.
It's not
This-
me, because if it was me, I
He
would have
is.
made Danny look a whole lot worse.
All right. So Danny, I don't know if you did this on your own channel. It's what it looks like is that you did this on your own. I don't know if you submitted this to the Weekly One Up News, but for those who don't know, Weekly One Up News was picking on Danny for saying "let's go" about, I don't know, 1 billion times during the assembly of one of his cabs. So let's add this here and look at the follow-up vid.
There's that Arcade 1-Up news channel. I didn't realize I say "let's go" as much as I do.
Do you understand how annoying you are? I do.
I think it's pretty funny, though. I got to be honest. If you haven't seen it, you should go check it out.
Thanks.
There's an echo.
During our unboxing, our 2-hour unboxing, I probably said "let's go" maybe like 45 times or so. It was pretty funny.
I'm gonna repeat it so you can clip it. It's not a diss to you.
Twisted Chris, my
loud.
man.
You know, let's go, guys, let's go. I mean, it's too much. So I wish you well on that.
Everybody in the community is starting to say "let's go," so I appreciate that. I almost think that we need to come out with some merch that says hashtag "let's go" with an exclamation point on it. I think that'd be pretty dope. Let's go, dude.
Now this.
Hello,
All right,
everybody.
we're not going to do
It's
that. That's not fair because he didn't sign up for this.
Don't you dare! I love that.
Danny, that's when you know you made it as a YouTuber. Until you get clipped by other YouTubers and put in their videos,
man.
you haven't made it.
Yo.
Well, that was actually pretty great, Danny. I enjoyed you, picking on yourself for that and, owning it. So for that, kudos, bro. All right. I will say the rest of that video, by the way, did not go very well for any other YouTuber that may have been on that video. Do the one that shows me say,
No.
Danny, let me see if I can find it. He actually wants me to show the one where he said it a million times.
Yeah, where he's building the cabinet.
Good for him. All right. There it is. Let's share that share that screen. Here I go, replaying videos. I think this is the one, Danny.
Hello, YouTube.
Let me skip around.
It's me. I can't do
Finally, some.
They have released several iterations with all of
I
them
keep
getting
finding
a
it.
little
I'm
bit
sure.
better
I thought it
each
was this
time.
one.
30th game. One of these logos
No.
is this
Danny, did
inside
I hit the
arcade
wrong one?
down on a chair and play.
It said "Let's
Look,
go" in the
so-
title on this one.
Let's go.
There you go.
Let's go, man. Guys, let's go, guys. You guys in the chat, give me a "let's go." Let's go, guys. Let's go, man. Let's go, crazy.
This is
Let's go, dude.
An hour later.
Let's go, dude. Let's go, dude. Let's go, dude. Let's go, dude. Let's go. Let's go, man. Let's go. Let's go,
Jesus.
guys.
A few moments
Notice-
later.
Before you leave,
I just want to say, by the way, the only person in this video that has the "Let's Go" virus is Danny. Katie obviously got inoculated, and she's immune from the "Let's Go" virus.
down here. Oh, let's go, man. Let's go. Let's go. That's right, man. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go, guys. Let's go, dude. Let's go, man. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. High five. Let's go, dude.
2 hours later.
This is terrible. Oh, this looks terrible.
Oh, this is like
Oh my god, I hate all of these.
the control scheme to this is just god awful. Like you literally can't go into a game.
I think that's the end of the "Let's Go's," though.
Terrible.
Why did they put these under? That's
Yeah, there's no more excitement, so
Yeah.
the "Let's Go's" are gone. And by the way, tell Katie she was spot on. Some of those games just outright suck.
You sounded like me playing Bulletstorm in VR.
Oh, I love
I
it.
might prefer to play Ribbit.
Yeah, dude. Jesus.
And go up one there to what Steph said. Live builds suck. Don't do it. There's actually only one live build I've watched that was worth a damn, and I was producing that show, and that was when Michael, back in the day from iArcade, went to MCAP's house to build the first Space Invaders Gold Cab. That was, in all honesty, the best live build I've seen, not just because I was the producer, but that went very well. Goofy Foot thinks she's totally immune to hearing "Let's Go." Danny, let us know if that's the case. Is she totally immune to "Let's Go"? I mean, she just goes right over her head and she doesn't hear it anymore? Who does the best live builds? I can't see what he says there. Yeah, live builds are not the thing. I
B. I think that's a B. B Kong.
Okay. B does do some good live builds. He also does some great flubs during his live builds that I find totally entertaining. She does not. God, just tell her I lost a little respect for her after that. Just saying. But she's like a power mom, so she has cred there. But Let's Go just lost a little cred. What else did we have tonight, Sean? We didn't even talk about what the hell we've been watching and playing and shit. I mean,
really quick,
you guys
man.
know
Really
all the
quick.
VR I've played.
It's already 2 hours.
I know it is. Let's spend the
okay.
rest of this time talking about two things. You watched some TV based on viewer suggestions.
Viewer suggestion last week, and I'm hooked. Can't stop watching it. But at the same time, I need to play some video games, so I need to stop watching it. But The Boys. I finally started watching The Boys. And about, I don't know, what was it? Maybe it was like 15, 20 minutes in. That's when I was like, what?
Was that the scene of the curb?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, this is like this? Oh, wow. Okay. I'll definitely continue watching. And it just got better and better and better. Dude, my jaw dropped so many damn times. I've watched 5 episodes so far, and my jaw dropped so many times than any other TV show, any other movie. Like, what am I watching? This show
It's
is
crazy.
Insane. And apparently season 2 gets better, and it just keeps getting crazier and
the
crazier.
animated
Like,
spin-off.
how the hell can it get crazier than this? I've seen some crazy shit right now.
Well, no. If you thought you saw crazy shit in season 1 of The Boys, when you watch the animated spin-off, it just takes the bar. Let's just go ahead and quote our boys. Oh God, what was that rock and roll movie back in the day? Yes, most people's amps go to a Spinal Tap. Yes, most people's amps go to a 10. Ours go to 11. Yeah, the actual animated spin-off doesn't go to 11. It goes to fucking 19.
Crazy.
Okay.
Crazy. This show is nuts, and I am absolutely hooked, man. So that's what's been taking away my gaming time, because I'm like, all right.
Don't spoil him, Vader. Don't look what Vader said.
Hey,
Do
I'm not.
look what Vader said.
I'm not.
No.
When I made that Facebook post of me watching The Boys, people were hitting me up like, "Did you see this scene?" Like, shut up. They're like, "Oh, dude, this happens." And I let them go. I said, "Do not message me."
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and just put one word out there, and this is per Vader. And there it is. That episode is fucking hilarious.
Well, I'm 5 episodes in, so.
And Rich Waddell has a good point. The actual comics make the show look tame.
How?
No, how? Yes.
This is already pretty damn nuts. And I'm not going to
he quotes me as well. One
spoil
word
it for anybody, but it's absolutely crazy. And I love it. That's what I was looking for. I've never seen a show like this in such a long time. I don't know how the hell they even got away with half this crap.
Here's the beautiful thing.
I love it.
You're going to love the show. You're going to watch the animated spin-off, kind of whatever you want to call it. You're going to love that.
Is that what
and then
Gen Z is? Or what,
no, Gen V is an actual live-action sister show that talks about this university that develops the V heroes. The spin-off cartoon I told you about talks about these heroes back when they were babies and were given V to
I've seen that episode. That episode I've seen.
There's a whole season of cartoons all about these.
Oh wow!
And it's gross and hilarious.
I didn't think I was going to enjoy the new series as much. Just going in, I was like, "Oh, what are they doing? What a bunch!"
Gen V people were all about like, "This is going to suck."
Dude,
yeah.
I was sucked in after one episode, and it just kept. Yeah, it was so good.
Did you forward my info, Jason?
Done.
Shipped. Arrives on Thursday.
He is quick.
Jason does not F around when it comes to giving away prizes. Jason, don't you have my information too on that? Never mind. Okay. I should have entered. I really should have.
More graphic than. Jeez, man.
Yes. Yeah. That's Gen V is more graphic.
It is so graphic. I love the graphic Like the
And the
violence
actors.
and the gore, everything. I love it. Absolutely
The
love
actors in this are great. You've got who's the one guy who starred in Doom and is the like black-haired lead guy in terms of The Boys. Who's that actor?
it. Oh, I know. Yeah, I know you're talking
You know what I'm
about.
talking about.
Yeah.
The kid whose girlfriend 15 minutes in at the curb. We'll just go right there. Do you know who that actor is?
I could have just pushed up and looked at the X-ray, but
You could have. I'd have to actually look it up. But he is the son of a very famous actor. He is Dennis Quaid's son,
wow.
Jack Quaid.
Wow.
He plays Campbell. Carl Urban plays the butcher.
Which
And
is he's awesome.
The rest of the actors are great in this. I mean, and some of this shit goes very dark, by the way. You will learn things about
that's
the deep.
why I was shocked. Just okay, I can't spoil it for anybody. But it's like if you think anything is safe, it's not.
No, nothing is safe.
Yeah,
I'll
there's
just
no
say-
boundaries in that show.
I love animals. Good for you.
Yeah, I will
love
name a character.
kids. Good for you.
The Deep, okay? The Deep is like an Aquaman kind of character.
He's such a degenerate.
Nothing is safe. Nothing
Yeah.
is safe.
It's oh man. It's
Yeah,
so
no,
good.
that show, if you were into real nitty gritty stuff, and again, it goes into some things we've seen in video games as well. And this has been in other shows. There's a TV show I'm watching right now it's an animated show called Invincible on Amazon. If you've not watched that, by the way, Sean, that's next on your list because
There's a lot
one
on
of the
my
lead
list, man.
characters in there,
A lot
Omni-Man.
on my list.
Omni-Man is in Mortal Kombat 1's expansion pack.
Yep.
He was one of the first unlocked characters. So to understand Omni-Man, you'd have to watch Invincible on Amazon. But yeah, this just goes into if you had that much power, could you really, honestly, be wholesome and good? That's what The Boys is all about. Very similar. Well, there's another kind of spin on that. Have you ever watched Jupiter's Legacy on Netflix?
No.
Add it to your list.
There's
Jupiter's
There's
Legacy.
too much on my list. And you know what else?
Jupiter's
is on my list?
Legacy
So much
kicks off.
gaming.
It's about superheroes who got their powers, but you know you're this powerful. Are you going to go ahead and alter the course of World War II? Are you going to go ahead and alter the course of the Depression in the U.S.? Are you going to go ahead and help set policy and endorse politicians? Or do you go ahead and make rules and go, I draw the line right here. I don't kill. Like Batman's code. Batman doesn't kill in almost all cases. Having a code of conduct, but having that much power, how do you balance it? Jupiter's Legacy is great, especially because it goes multi-generational. We have the father and the son, and maybe a little bit different view on things. Great show. If you liked The Boys, if you want to see that kind of conflict about what you can do with that power and how to restrain yourself, that show, Jupiter's Legacy, it's only one season, takes the flip side of The Boys. Still well done. So
Gotcha.
highly recommended. There you go.
I'll check it out sometime. I will.
So you've been watching The Boys. You've been playing a wee bit of games.
a little bit, man.
Tell me your take on Palworld, and then we'll ask Brooklyn if he's played it.
Okay, so when I first started Palworld, I was very confused, man, because I did not play ARC. I have not really played many survival games. So I looked into some tips and tricks, and I really got into it. I went back into the game, started a new world. I looked at the tutorial that happens on the top right. It doesn't really like explain too much to you, but at the same time, it's you can figure it out yourself. It's fun. I didn't like when it got dark and you were cold and I was confused. I didn't know how to start like a fire. I was like, okay, I got a campfire, cool,
Yes.
but where's my torch? How do I run with a torch? So I had to figure that out. But once I figured those two things out, it got kind of easier and it got more fun. I learned how to craft more. I learned how, like, to put that that PAL base in a certain spot. Like,
You got to make the workbench first.
Some good stuff around though, yeah.
Then
But
your PAL
you
box.
find like some good ore, some good wood, whatever it is that you want to have your pals do for you.
Let's give everybody a PAL is like a Pokemon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. So like it was confusing to me at first, but I kind of learned after some YouTube videos. But guys, it's fun. It is. You create your base. These pals, these Pokemon, could like get materials for you that you could go ahead and craft other things. Yeah, it's different. It's still early access. It's on Xbox Game Pass for free. It's $30 on Steam. I recommend it. It's fun. And what is it at now, man? Like, geez, when I first sent a message out, it was like a million people in 24 hours, but now it was like
5 million. Yeah,
it's 5 million now in
crazy.
What, 3 days? Three days, I think.
Shows
man,
the
we
power.
actually showed this trailer,
nuts.
I think last week.
Absolutely crazy.
I saw that trailer the first time over a year ago, and immediately I was like, "What the hell is this?"
And this is like I was saying, it's early access, and people are just loving this game. And it's not even done. It's just here's your early access, enjoy it. I definitely didn't think the developers were expecting it to be this
Palworld
this
is a monster
crazy.
survival.
And man, everyone's loving it. They
Well,
did make it.
I have a
mod
bad
of
feeling about
Pokemon.
this, though.
They
I have
did
a
make a
bad
mod of
feeling.
Pokemon, though. They did. Nintendo shut it down. They did.
Yeah.
So there was Pokemon in the game. There was a mod. Nintendo said, "Get that the hell out of here." And
Yeah,
it
they don't
was.
play.
But they
They're
can't.
already
They cannot
teetering
mess with
on
Palworld.
the
though.
Yeah, but
line.
if you look at half of these monsters or
They can't
animals
mess with
or
the actual game,
pals,
though, dude. They can't mess with the actual game. They can
Yeah.
mess with mods, but they cannot mess with the actual game.
some of these pals look a lot like Pokemon.
They do.
Okay.
Yeah,
I mean, if I go here to this, that's fucking Raichu. I'm not gonna lie. That is a mean Raichu. There's no way to say that's not coined after him.
But
Some of
they-
these characters
they-
look exactly like Pokemon.
They
there's so
found
many
a way
Pokemon.
around
Like,
it,
how would you
though.
even know? That's
Because I've played
Pokemon.
all of them.
The little
And you can't
sheep.
get them in trouble because you could put people to work. It's like it's like you could. I don't know, man.
There's one in a
different.
pot there, for God's sake.
Yeah.
Did you see that one post on?
You can't do that in Pokemon. You can't boil your Pokemon.
You can't boil a Pokemon. Nope. And then you can't make it work for you like this.
No. Making Pokemon make you guns and stuff. No, you can't do that. The game's nuts, guys. You got to try this out. There's a learning curve, but
There's a
fun.
big learning curve, and it does not hold your hand.
Yeah.
I mean, most games that have any kind of building or crafting or things like that are very big on holding your hand. On this one, you're going to see NPCs around, and they will give you clues, but you got to walk up and interact with these NPCs. They are sitting at fires. They are walking around aimlessly. They are not going to come up to you and go, "Hey, by the way, got to do this, this,
Yeah,
this,
that's
this,
what I
and
thought
this."
I was going to expect when you start the game.
But I will
it's early
say
access, but
it did set goals, though. In
It did, and
your
it's
in your
tutorial, that's what I'm
HUD,
saying, yeah.
there were goals in your heads-up display saying, "Build a this, do
Yeah.
a that, do a this," but they do not hold your hand.
No.
There is resource management in this. Yeah, I mean, you're going to start off with getting wood, stone, ore, and one other kind of mineral.
Check the survival guide. That was the
Yep.
biggest help.
Always
for
go to the survival guide to see
me. Start
what
the game.
you can do.
Look at the survival guide. That was the biggest help for me.
Yep. Brooklyn, have you played Palworld yet?
I haven't. I've been really drawn in by it ever since I saw the first trailer for it, because
They won't rebel.
I was telling you last time I was on, I really did. Even when I saw the guns, I still thought it was a new Pokemon game until I saw the name Palworld.
Yeah. Like
and
Pokemon with guns. What?
yeah, it looks awesome. I hear that it takes about, like, when you start the game, it takes about an hour and a half, 2 hours before it starts picking up.
Now here's the thing, though,
Yeah,
man.
you've
can
got to build a
control it
lot of
yourself.
foundation stuff in that hour and a half.
You could control it yourself. You can make a custom game and really put it to where, all right, look, I don't have a lot of time in the day to play some games. Let me go ahead and adjust this setting. Let me adjust this. And it does not hurt the game at all. They made this game so flexible to where, you could, I wouldn't say cheat, but like really max out your settings and it won't hurt the game. And you'll get your pals and everything else so quick than other people playing normal mode or hard mode, and it doesn't hurt the progress.
Well, it's
people
funny
people are
because
mad about that.
I wanted to get a Game Pass achievement because I rocked the Game Pass points, and there's an easy first Game Pass achievement for those playing on Xbox that says capture one pal. Now, I've played Pokemon like all my frigging life. I started off on the original Pokemon Red and Green, aka Red and Blue. But and in those games, you catch your first Pokemon pretty damn early. In this game, I was an hour in and I had not caught a pal yet. Mostly because the mechanics of catching one compared to catching a Pokemon in most games, especially like Pokemon Go, a lot harder.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, just like in Pokemon games, you wear down your Pokemon so they're weak enough so that a Pokeball will be easier to catch, or you use more powerful Pokeballs, et cetera, or use berries. Well, all that happiness. RB Wings, yeah, we're almost done, man. Sorry about that. We totally
We got like
3 hours.
Yeah, we went way too far, but
VR,
like
FOMO,
6 minutes,
definitely.
Yeah. It was a good time though, man. We definitely enjoyed it.
But I blew an hour of time and I had not caught one pal because the mechanics for throwing the pal sphere are a lot more difficult than throwing a Pokeball. And even Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, when you had the Pokeball in your hand and you were fake throwing it. No. That shit was easy compared to catching a pal in Palworld.
Biggie D.
If you walk out with one or two pal spheres and think you're catching a pal, you're fucking wrong.
Yep.
You better go out there with 5, 6, 10 pal spheres
you're gonna
to
have
try to catch one, your first one, because the mechanics of aiming
there are ways of changing that setting.
The difficulty,
So all depends, man. All depends.
Will there be a physical release of this game? Because that's probably where I would jump in.
Dude.
I doubt there will be,
but I doubt there is. That's why I have it on the Xbox Game Pass. That's why I'm enjoying it.
That's where I'm rocking it.
So that's why I didn't have to pay anything for it and just enjoying the game. Biggie D, I'm saying the same damn thing. That's why I asked him before, what is his battery life at? And that's what's making me so impressed.
If you're not doing much, it's not bad.
I need this. Like
right now, 16%, but it hasn't. I still have the backup battery.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I mean, the battery itself gives you about 2 extra hours.
That's crazy.
The battery gives you.
Crazy.
So you're basically looking at a 4-hour headset. I mean, I'd say Asgard's Wrath 2 is probably a 3-hour game in that.
Yeah. Every time I streamed Asgard's Wrath 2, the 2 times I did it, both streams ran like 2 hours, and I wasn't out of battery when I was done.
Awesome, dude. That's so
you
cool.
get about 3 hours on an intense game like Asgard's Wrath 2. If you're playing less intense games, you're pushing over 4 hours. Even on the Quest 2 with that Elite strap of battery pack, I was pushing well close to 4 hours for games like Vader Immortal and stuff like that. So it's the way to go if you're going to play an extended sitting of anything in the MetaQuest 3. All right, so you played some Palworld, so did I, and then your usual, I guess.
Usual, man. Play the Fortnite. The new chapter started today. I played a little bit of it. Snake is in it from Metal Gear.
Okay.
Finally released. You got to do some quests to unlock them. What else is going on in there? Just a lot of more quests, man. You have your weekly quests. You got your Metal Gear quests. There's some new Family Guy stuff coming out. Some new things got unvaulted, some new weapons. Augments still haven't been unlocked. I don't know what the hell is keeping them from unlocking the augments back. That was a lot of fun. And yeah, just playing the Fortnite, man. I didn't want to get into too much stuff because Diablo also starts today, which I didn't even check out.
I removed that disc from my Xbox.
So
it's out.
The new season starts today. I got to check that out. And again, I pre-ordered Like a Dragon on the 26th on Friday, and Tekken. Like Tekken, Like a Dragon. I have a lot of stuff coming up, so I didn't want to really play a lot of games because I was checking out The Boys. I was hooked into that. 5 episodes in. I'm gonna continue watching that, and I got a lot of games to play this week.
In the new Like a Dragon, are they continuing like the last one where
From
it's
the previous-
turn-based?
Yep.
I loved the last one. I
Dude,
didn't beat it yet, but I really enjoyed it, what I played of it.
Check IGN's review today, man. They loved it. They say it's the best in the series. They say it's the best turn-based in the series. So, yeah, dude. This is going to be a big hit.
I haven't tried one. I've watched some streams. Looks great.
It's funny. That's what I love about it, man. It's funny, and honestly, there's some great emulated games that you can play in the arcades. So there's an arcade in every game.
You said that, yeah.
And I don't want to know what's in Infinite Wealth. I cannot wait to see what it is because it's always spectacular.
Cool. So anything non-VR, Brooklyn, you've been playing the last week you want to let us know about?
Well, we were playing a lot of Satan's Hollow on the iArcade. I held a 2-quarter challenge. I usually do a 1-quarter challenge.
Dude, that was great. That was a great
this
show.
time you had to do 2 quarters. I gave, because I felt, I was like, it's a difficult game. A lot of people, some of the people that played it have never even played it before. So I figured let's give them 1 credit to at least try it out. So 4 of us played it. Unfortunately, I lost, but I promise everybody, I was going to win, but during my second game, my A button stopped working, and you could see it happening live on the stream. You can actually, if you watch my moves, I'm trying to just do the shield and going back and forth. But it was no big issue. The next day I took the deck out, and one of the wires was only touching, but not actually plugged in. So it was an easy fix, and I'm back in business. But I was happy to see some people who enjoy the show, friends of mine, put out their own videos of them doing the same challenge to see if they could beat us.
Nice.
Brad wound up taking it.
That was a fun show, dude. That was just fun watching you all. It really, really was. That was such a great game to watch, and it was funny seeing the comments and going to church and all that stuff. It was great, man. It was a really good show.
Cool. So everyone knows what me and Sean are watching. Actually, I haven't watched anything new this week. Most of the series I've been watching have wrapped up. Wife and I have gone back to watching Outlander. Great series. Actually, quite old. We're only on season 2 right now. But love that series so far. And other than that, for me, I've actually been spending a lot of time with my guitar stuff. Many of you know that I got a new electric guitar in the last 3 months. A friend of mine, the guy that actually did the intro song, Adam Cole, him and I did a guitar swap. He gave me a brand new ESP. You know what? You could probably do that in Supernatural. Yeah. There's many cool places in Supernatural you go to when you're working out. So I actually spent a lot of time this week doing a lot of research. Back in the day, I used to be guitar tech. I custom built and reset up guitars for people, especially for my friend Adam, who had 10 guitars we'd bring to each gig. So I needed to kind of reschool myself. I hadn't done any. This is almost akin to woodworking when you're setting up a guitar. So I haven't done anything like that in 30 years. So I spent a good week watching YouTube videos, reading things, reading my old books, looking at my old notes, figuring out how to set my guitar back up to perfect. And I will say, even after about 30 hours of research this week, I spent 4 hours working on that thing on Saturday. So not a lot of TV for me, not a lot of gaming, mostly just getting my guitar perfect, as well as working on some stuff with some of my amps. Damn it. I want to say, after all the stuff I did during the week, Saturday night, I could not put the guitar down. I don't play worth a shit, but I was having that much fun with how everything was working together in synergy. It was one of those things. And whatever you're passionate about, when things just come together, that feeling is awesome. And that's what I actually spent the whole week working towards and achieving. So that's what I did this week.
Nice. And I got to give a shout out to this one. Jason just realized this is episode 52. That's officially a year.
A year of weekly
episodes.
shows. We were actually at a
Congrats.
year back in
Thank you,
the
buddy.
end of November,
Yep.
but you know, life happens. We
Yep.
miss a show or two. Rich Waddell, it is all about the action. And I got to say, between all the adjustments I did, all I have is buzz on one string at 3 frets, 9, 10, and 11, but you can't tell because it's electric. So that's how close I was cutting it on all these adjustments. All right, guys, that's all I got. Brooklyn, thank you for joining us. Is there anything else you wanted to do? Maybe promote
His
your
eyes
channel
must
or
be
your
hurting.
show?
Brooklyn, your eyes
No,
must
it's
be burning,
actually,
dude.
you know what? When I took them off, I was like, wait, it's
That's
more
what it hurt.
comfortable with the VR on. These lights are brighter than I thought. Yeah, Friday Night Arcade Show this Friday, 10:45 p.m. Eastern. More fun and games with the crew. We love when other people join in. If they see the games that we, after we talk, that we challenge ourselves at, when other people play along at home and post their scores, we love that. I love seeing the other YouTubers making videos. Other than that, man, just chilling, getting through the week like everybody else, And it was so great, again, hanging out with you guys. You guys are a lot of
Thanks,
fun.
dude. Thanks for being here this long, man. But honestly, I love your show. I look forward to it on Fridays. I laugh, dude. I laugh so much, and it's a great time. It really is.
Yeah, it's a little different than some of the
You're
other
all chilling, man. But
arcade shows.
It's absolutely. I was dying. Especially when you're like, I gotta delete this show. I was dying the last one, dude. When you were saying that, like, I gotta cut this stuff out. No. Like, it was fun, dude. I love that. I love everything about it. So definitely Friday nights, go check out Brooklyn Menace and the crew. It's a great time.
Yeah, it was great when I was on there, and when I can watch it. Many of you guys know I have to watch things on replay because I work till 9 or 10 o'clock at night, Monday through Friday. And with the wife and I having split schedules, anytime I have after work before she has to go to bed, she gets. So that's why I can't do most shows or guest spots or watch shows live. I do when I can, but if I can't, I watch you on replay all the time.
Cool. Yeah, my last show ended with my wife calling to yell at me live
That's
on the
right.
show from the other room. It's like, okay, it's time to end.
Yep. I
See, my wife's asleep by then. Right now, my wife is
My wife was
12:05.
asleep, but apparently I was being too loud.
Yeah, see, I'm in the basement, and she's on the first floor at about 30 feet the other direction. So, yeah, I'm safe. But great having you on here, man, and
Definitely,
we love your
dude.
show.
Always
So,
appreciate it.
anytime you want to be a guest, especially if we're doing something like we're doing tonight, which is VR related, you are welcome.
Yeah.
To
Any
join us.
VR or shirtless content, just hit me up.
There you go.
The shirtless content is only when people offer me.
That's when
$100
Joel. That's
super
when Joel's
chats.
here.
Okay.
When Joel's here, yeah.
I don't think Joel regrets that. He
No,
still
definitely not.
swears that was a good investment.
Yep.
So, but yeah, you cannot come on my show and take your shirt off for free. I am your pimp when you're on my show. Just saying.
I always follow other people's rules. You got to respect that.
Sean went ahead and took the hat off for next to free. So, but that was his.
I forgot
choice.
it's off. I forgot it's still off. Jeez.
Well,
Oh,
I got
man,
nothing
Rich
else,
Rodello,
Sean.
thank
So
you, bro.
if you got nothing
Appreciate
else,
you.
take us out, bro.
Before we head out, thank you, Rich Rodello. 3 shows I never missed: Brooklyn, Papa Arcade Talk, and this one. Appreciate you, man. Really appreciate that.
And also LilAlien for tonight's giveaway.
Yes, dude. Such a great giveaway. Thank you for that. It's such an awesome handheld. Again, I'm enjoying mine. Sega Genesis is the best way to play. So
Yeah,
congrats again to
that's on my
Gabe.
wish list.
I
I'm
hope
going to
you
get one of
enjoy
those one of
that.
these days.
Dude, you'll love it. Absolutely love it. Sounds good. Video is good. But let's get us on out of here. Guys, give us a like, please, if you enjoy the show. It really helps us out. Subscribe
I'm
if you
doing
haven't
it right
yet.
now.
Please do. Subscribe
There you
if you
go.
haven't yet. To keep up to date with all the latest live shows and uploads. And please join the Discord if you haven't yet. We have MCAP's Discord and you have Rascal's Discord where you can go ahead and talk to us and a lot of people in the community. It's a great time. But guys,
And
please,
let me add on one thing before you finish.
no, fine,
On the
don't-
no,
no, go ahead.
on the Discord is a great way to find out when Sean and I are going to be gaming and can play with you guys.
That's who.
Last night, I went ahead and threw it out on the YouTube, but also on the Discord and the Looking for Game channel, saying, "Hey, 11 p.m. Eastern, I'm playing Walkabout Golf. If you got your club ready, join me." That's the best way to find out if we can player game with you guys is to hang out on my Discord and hang out in the Looking for Game LFG, as we like to say back before it was Let's Fucking Go, is Looking for Game. So that's what it used to mean before Danny was on YouTube. So
Yeah.
LFG, Looking for Game. Sean, finish us out.
I definitely will. Where was I? Like, subscribe, join the Discord, but most importantly, please block console fanboy. Just do it. And guys, we will see you next time on That Gaming Show.
Later.
Bye.